play one song. One song. Boy, that weed must be real good, Willie. You
Play that
choking.
James Brown, the big payback.
Oh, I don't even have I don't even have them. Let me see. I got this. I'll just play this till they get over here. Hey, we up in here. Bap will be here in a minute, y'all.
I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lights, slip and get up. Thinking about the bullshit leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, quick tail catching up. Born into that trench mine, niggas had no straight mind. Only thing we know is break a bitch and push that bread line. Head be filled with crazy shit like shorty, had my head tied like bitch. You know you ain't coming to me about no bedtime. Ain't no keep it real, I really feel like the pressure is really on me. I know pressure is a bitch, but I don't let feelings control me. I know I've been getting cold and my niggas was flaking on me. So I had to bet some bridges at some parties. But don't blame me for it, don't blame me for it. I'm too cheap for it. Just watch me going, no brakes. Just keep top speed flowing. Bless me, test me, line me up. I know that I'm the next thing. Praying so don't catch me and arrest me. Hope that every night I make it in my best sleep. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's be on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lights, slip and get up. You ain't about the bullshit, leading right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, control catching up. Alright, I ain't resist, but don't take my chain. No, you can't search my shit. Know how it goes. These just praying that shit. Give me my chance before my.
All right, Bap on his way over here. I'm gonna put this link up to the top so he could click it. I'm gonna pin this shit to the top for him. Hey Wolf, y'all can hit it too. Y'all can hit the link. There it is. I'm gonna pin it to the top. Pin. Oop, I'm doing it wrong. There it go. Pin. That was pinned for Bat when he come in. He said he on his way over. He gonna explain these structures. That makes sense, Super. Here's what I was talking about. Oh, I'm in the wrong shit, man. I'm just like all messed up. Here we go. I'm on my laptop. I usually be on my damn computer. This is what I'm
But if
talking
you
about.
talk to a lot of these pale faces, they'll tell you that they parents or grandparents came through Ellis Island.
But it still don't make no sense when you see millions of them coming in here. Look at these photos of these millions of people coming in here. And the structures are already here. So if they've just getting here, how could they have built these structures and made these boat
Well, they
ports?
just didn't build them.
Yeah, look at the boat. Look at the boat ports. I don't get it. So something's wrong here with them. Oh, that must be bad. Oh, that's Hawkeye. He would know. He in New York too. Hey,
Hey,
Hawk.
Mr. Hey, Sister Betty, what up, everyone? Now, I want to get y'all with those whole. That's not true. Now, what some builders might have been here, yeah, but to say all of Manhattan was built, that's false. And they started building Manhattan up from after the Civil War and all that. Go look at gangs in New York. You see what I'm saying? That's how you have your Wall Streets and your Dow Jones. These neighborhoods was made by different families and different blocks. That's how you got your Lower East Side. That's how you got the Village, and so on and so on. Right? So that's why like people be looking at the community sometimes and be like, no, these people, just like if you go look at the railroad, it was no train. They built that shit. We had to build that shit.
Who built it though?
Yeah, a lot of these Europeans. They built it with us when they got over here.
Wait a minute.
Hawk,
Wait. Okay,
Hawk,
hold up. This ain't making no sense, Hawk.
New
right.
York was swamp.
I
New York was a
Hawk,
swamp.
when was the
Queens was a
Civil War
swamp.
over with? When was the
wait
Civil
a
War
minute,
over with?
minute.
Yeah, the boroughs were swamps. It was certain parts of the boroughs where that shit was swamps.
But you saying after the Civil War? When was the Civil
They
War over
kept
with?
building and building, dog. That's how you think it
I
looks the way it
understand
is
that, but you
now.
saying after the Civil War? When was
Yeah,
the
that's when
Civil
they
War?
started building certain shit, bro, and started to get
What
certain shit.
year was the
Wait a
Civil
I'm
minute.
not,
War
I just
over
said it.
with?
I don't know. I'm not going to
17,
the years.
1776
Shit was
was the
built before you.
That was
revolution.
100 years
Right.
later.
Wait,
12 million motherfuckers
wait.
came in.
Yeah, they
1776.
revived and built more. All of
Wait,
Manhattan wasn't built the way you see it now.
hold
It
up. 17.
progressively got more and more buildings as time goes. And then
Oh,
some buildings got knocked down and they built bigger. They went up more.
okay. This is confusing. Okay. 1776 was the Revolutionary War. Then
Right,
you got 1861. All right.
right,
1861 is when um the Civil War was,
right.
right? So
That's when you
now,
had, hold up. Now, after the Civil War, you got to remember, certain areas had to get done over,
wait,
right?
wait, wait, wait.
Pennsylvania,
Oh,
Maryland, because of the
hold
battlefield.
up, Hawk, hold up. You going too fast, bro.
Yeah,
1861
right,
is when is when the Civil War started. Then you got this article from the Ellis Island Museum telling you when they came over here in 1855. So
yeah,
you
that's when
mean
they
to tell
started
me?
documenting.
You
But
mean
you
to,
got to remember,
I ain't
okay,
finished. You mean to tell me starting in 1861, these immigrants that came here 4 years or 5 years later built all these damn structures that's in New York
nah,
and
I didn't say that. I said so was built. Yeah, it's like that. First of all,
yeah,
These
nah.
Peckerwoods was coming before
This
18
ain't make
something.
that don't
Hold on,
make
these
no sense,
Peckerwoods
bro.
was coming before that because the black Europeans was bringing them through. Okay, they burnt those documents.
So what would the black
That's how you can't find out they were slaves.
man?
They got rid of that proof.
The war
So they're
was
gonna just
over
keep
in
it.
eight. The
They're
Civil
gonna
War
just
was
keep it
over in
to a Ellis Island.
1865. The Civil War was over in 1865.
Right.
They just got here, according to this Ellen Island Museum article. So they didn't build these damn structures, man.
When they say no, hold up, this is what you gotta understand. Before the Civil War, there was no United States of America,
Excuse, wait.
right?
The Civil War, the United States started coming together in
Right.
1780,
So that's why you have new
81.
information.
1781 is
That's why
when
you have new information because the states they had to pledge allegiance to the North, them southern states. So
wait.
there's no history that they're gonna talk about before that because the states wasn't
Hey,
united.
hey, peace
Man,
to the
nah,
panel. Peace
that
to the
don't
panel.
That don't make no sense.
No, that is fair. Okay, if this is
Hawkeye,
system, I'm gonna
Hawkeye,
break it down. Hold
Hawkeye,
up.
Hawkeye, Hawkeye.
Yeah,
We
Hold
what's
on,
got
up,
you,
hold
boy?
on.
bro. We listening. We listening. You need to slow down, man.
Oh, my bad. If you
You
have a
over talk.
war, yeah.
Hold. No. You doing too much. You over talking, and we trying to hear what she's saying too, bro. Calm down. Cause you steamrolling into your narrative, and we trying to hear it. We trying to hear it back and forth. We can't hear it because you kind of
Definitely, no doubt.
yeah. You good. Just slow down, some, bro.
Sister Betty, right? If there was a war before that, so they got it. The war when the war ended, those states pledged allegiance. That's where it came from, right? So when they did that, they gave the state control and power of the land again, right? So now you got to make new stories, bring in new immigrants, do all of that under that corporation, right? So before that, just like when they was bringing the Irish over, the Irish got off the boat. Them niggas went right into the Civil War. They ain't even
Bruh,
touched foot on the land.
bruh, your story not adding up. I'm telling you why. Because in the 1800s, that damn port was up already. I'm look.
Yeah, of
All
course.
right.
That's what I'm saying. It was up to. It
Oh,
was up
okay.
just for
All
the
right.
North, not for the whole country.
Uh,
That's how
uh,
you brought the Irish
hold
in.
up, Hawk. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say, brother, is that they couldn't have built these ports because they was up before 1855 when they came, when the 8 million came. All right, you know what? Let me just do a share screen because I don't think you're seeing what I'm saying. These people, you trying to give credit to building this. This is why we need
No,
Baptists.
I'm not giving them credit. I said they had
No,
to
you
do some
just
help
said
too.
no, bro.
I said the cities
No.
wasn't built like that, and ain't nobody gonna
Yo,
tell me
I'm
I'm a
not
New
talking
Yorker.
about. Listen, I don't care if you're in Newark or not. I'm only 30 minutes away. Yo,
Right.
I ain't talking about the city. I'm talking about these damn ports and buildings. And it's telling you right here, prior to 1890, the individual states, all the states was there in 1890, rather
That's
than the
after the
federal
Civil War,
government.
right?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then. So that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you going
You're.
by.
Can you listen to me first
No, I'm
so that
listening.
you can
Go on.
respond to me properly?
Okay, go on, Sister Betty.
I'm telling you that these structures that I just show everybody coming in on was built in the 1800s, and I'm about to show you why. Just let me read.
Right.
Prior to 1890, individual states, rather than the federal government, regulated immigration into the United States. All right. Castle Garden, now Castle Clinton, located in the Battery of Manhattan, served as the immigration station for the Port of New York from 1855 to 1890. Approximately 8 million immigrants passed through its doors, mostly from Northern Europe countries. This constituted the first large wave of immigrants to settle and populate the US. Now it's saying in the 1800s, rising political instability, economic distress, and religious persecution plagued Europe, fueling the largest mass human immigration, which it wasn't until like 90 years later when they came. See, in the 1800s, 1891 is when they asses came here. How are they going to build it when they're coming in on it? Is what is throwing me off.
Yeah,
Now,
that's what I'm trying to say. A
they
lot of that
came
is off.
here.
Go
They
on, I'm listening.
came here in 1890 through Ellis Island. Now I'm gonna do a shot, a share screen. This is crazy to
But
me.
they was here before 1890.
Um,
That's what I'm
nah.
trying to say. They wasn't in those
Okay,
numbers, but
can
they
you
was
show
here.
when did they come here other than in Virginia?
They
And
was
that's
in
it.
Maryland,
That
Virginia.
that was the only colony, bruh, in the 1619. That was the only colony, Virginia.
No, I'm saying we got to go by years as years and time goes by.
Man,
Okay,
nah. So all the white people in Virginia built that port.
who said that?
I'm at you trying to say because they wasn't all here yet.
Yeah, you don't
That
have
was
to
the
all be
only
here to
that was
have them
the
niggas working to
that
build
was the
something.
only oh no. You're not making no sense. I wait for BAP. Yo, you off.
No, I'm telling you straight up. I know because I see pictures of old white folks when the cameras first came out. Okay, a lot of them niggas was looking like Neanderthals. Some of them was here. When the shit you talking about, yeah, that's the mass migration, but the migration started when the Civil War started. That's when they started letting them niggas come. How you think the North won? They outnumbered them.
Mm-mm.
They said we gonna bring these
No,
Irish niggas in
no, 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 no,
and
no,
they
no.
gonna just go in the military.
They had the praying Indians with them. It took a nigga to beat a nigga in the South. You killing me now because now you really trying to wipe out the history.
Nobody's wiping out
If it
nothing.
was
You have
only
to
a
add
few,
on.
look, you
You have
got
to
the
add
sons.
on to the history
You
too.
got nah. We can't add that on because then it's not gonna be right, Hawk. That's not right, bro. We
I'm
got.
going with facts. I'm not going with the feelings that
I'm
niggas
going
talk.
with facts and
Okay,
documented
so how did the
history,
North
bro.
win then, Sister Betty? How did they
With
win?
Andrew Jackson marched down there during the War of 1812 with a bunch of praying nigga Indians with him.
Right.
They already
All
told
right.
you
Are you gonna
that
go
the
march
few.
to a nigga's
Okay,
homeland right
they
now if you
they
don't know
are
the land?
yo.
You could do that if you got mad soldiers.
The
And
only
hold up, the
way
Civil
you're
War
gonna
was
march.
battles.
Okay, the only way you're gonna march is if you know the land. So it took nigga Indians. The nigga Indians. You don't think the nigga Indians knew the South? We did business with our brothers and sisters in the South. The Northern Indians did business with the Southern Indians. Now we talking about. Now we're gonna talk about the Sons of Liberty. Them motherfuckers had to put on black so they could fit in the crowd with the Indians to throw the damn tea off the ship. Come on, man. You giving too much credit where it don't
No, I'm not
belong.
giving them credit. I'm talking
Hey,
realistic
what do it
facts.
sound like he giving credit to me or what?
Some people want to say give credit. No, I'm not giving nobody credit. I'm going by the facts.
That don't make no sense, bro.
Right? For us to
There's
sit
no
here and
fact.
act like, oh yeah, shit did get built up with these Peckerwoods cave. Yeah, it might hurt some niggas to say that, whatever they agenda. No, it is. These people
Okay.
came, we had them working labor and all of that, and shit got built up. Shit got knocked down and built up some more. You think people ain't knocking buildings down and getting bigger and going up? Of course. That's what makes the city a city.
Hey, Copper, could you hit the link? Because
It's expanding.
it's hard to explain to him. Copper, hit the link that's pinned to the top. I'll wait for Bap because Bap knows his story like the back of his head. I'm not believing that Hawkeye. We can't.
And I feel you. I feel like I said, I'm not, it's not
Not
a
giving no
belief.
proof. You got to show some proof. Now I don't
Yeah.
pull up a museum document. Where's your proof?
You can
And
go look and see.
Copper is just now saying that it was. Oh man, this is something wrong here.
I don't have proof to walk around all like, 'cause I don't get caught up. I know my shit. So that's up to people to go find it. I don't gotta lie. The fuck, I'm not getting nothing out of it. My
I'll let
people
Copper
surrounding. We still
explain it.
got our land.
You
I'm trying to.
explain
I
it,
saw
Copper, because
pictures from back then that my family had a camera when that shit first came out. How many families could say that?
so you
So
saying
I saw
the
pictures.
same people that walked in on Ellis Island on that port are the same people that built them structures that they
No, I didn't
passed
say that. I
passed
didn't
by.
say that,
No,
Sister
that's what
Betty.
I'm talking about. You're
Oh, okay,
talking
yeah, yeah,
about.
yeah. I'm not saying that. Nah, I'm
I
not
don't know
saying that.
what you talking about.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Now we got mixed up with. I'm not saying that. Nah, 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 nah. It was built before the. Of course, we know that. But it was white people here before them Ellis Island niggas.
Wait a minute. How I get way more people than what
Ellis
Smoke
Island
have in
wasn't
this
built in the
line?
1600s and the 1700s. These black Europeans brought these niggas here, man. Okay, then. To act like no white people came with the black Europeans, that's a little hole in somebody's story. They
I didn't
came
say
with
that.
them.
I didn't say that. I didn't even say that.
No, I know.
Hawk.
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying in general. Black Europeans brought these pale faces here, right?
Copper, you got to turn your YouTube off.
Oh,
That's crazy to me. So you're
Okay.
saying you got it, Copper.
All right.
Please.
Check this out, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
First, let's go back to the uh, the subject of Ellis Island, because when you go to Ellis Island, you got to remember it wasn't Ellis, or better yet, yeah, it wasn't Ellis Island as you know it today, or
Right.
Ellis Island as you may have known it in the 1800s.
Right.
So when you're dealing with Ellis Island, you got to go all the way back. I went to the 1600s, but I know I can go back before the 1600s. I can go back to the 1500s with Ellis Island. Ellis Island was a British military fort.
Yeah, it was what they call it, compound.
So when you go to that period first, then all of a sudden, everything that you're saying will start to line up. And you have to realize the very first wars that were up in here is the same way they've been doing. And I'm gonna bring it forward first, and then I'm gonna take it back. Okay.
Right.
All right. The best way for me to get you all to understand what was going on then is for you all to understand what's going on right now.
Facts, brother.
So I'm gonna use the latest one. Okay. I know a lot of people, Sister Bethy, please forgive me about this. I'm gonna use the latest war. And this latest war, I'm just gonna use the Russian-Ukraine war. So you remember it was Russia and Georgia over there. Then it was the Russian Ukraine war over there as we see it today. Now, when you take those three, Russia, Georgia, Ukraine, now let me take it back to the 1500s. Who do we have? We have Britain, we have the French,
Right.
and we have the Spanish. So when you start looking at it this way, you'll start to see that the British and the French was at each other's throats, and they were using the two peoples here. They were using the Indians of the Northeast. Y'all already know that. And the French was using the Indians of the Southeast. Y'all already know that. So when you're looking at this, you have to look at what is called the Indian Wars, because that's what this is really all about.
Yep.
Because it wasn't that many British here, which are the royal families that came out of the north, the northern country today you call Canada. See, people looking at that land over there called Europe, that ain't it. And in order for you to understand the history of Canada, you really got to go into Canada right there in Windsor. People don't know this. You got to go to Windsor, and you got to go to the University of Windsor. I'm in Detroit. Today, we call it Detroit, right? But it is called Detroit. We are in the French corridor, which is known as the Northwest Territory. So when you're looking at this, the British controlled all of what we call today Canada, and when you the northeastern part of Canada, and then when you go into the other part of Canada, which is Montreal, Vancouver, all of that, that's all French. This is why I'm telling y'all, the Europe that you're talking about is actually Canada. It's not the Iberian Peninsula. Canada is originally the royal families of yourselves.
And family, peace to the panel, peace to Sister
So
Peace.
you,
Bethy.
hi. So you're saying that Canada is really Europe. They just changed
Yes,
the name.
absolutely. And how do I know
Wow.
this? I can
Wow.
take you over there to Canada right now. I could take you to London. And a lot of y'all don't know this.
Yeah, they got the days all over though.
No, 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 bro. You got to look at how long it's been there. It's
No,
not
no, I
that they
agree.
got
I
them.
agree. I
No,
agree.
it's not how long. It's not that they got them all over. They took the names from over there and put it on the Iberian Peninsula. That's what they did. They left there and went over there. But
Imagine.
originally, they're right there in Canada. All of what you know is actually there in Canada. They changed the names to throw us off.
Wow, that makes sense. So that Europe that they got over there now, London, that's all new.
That's all new.
Wow.
You go into this part of what we call Canada today, just take a drive through and you will see things that if you got a good eye on you, you will see buildings that you know darn well are older than you, me, and everybody else that we had never. All you do is look at a builder. If you got a builder,
Right.
meaning like a brick mason or something, they can point this out to you. But if you're not in tune with how to build and knowing what they used as what we call today concrete, we call it concrete today. Am I right,
Yeah, you're right.
family?
You're right.
But in their day, they called it cement.
Yeah.
See, it's a difference.
Oh, word usage.
Yes, cement will outlast concrete every day of the week.
Facts. They stopped using cement. You're right. They added the shit into concrete.
That's right. They took it out because with cement, you have to keep doing it over and over and over after a period of years. Concrete, if you get you a good sludge hammer, you'll be there all day trying to bust that crap up.
Yep.
So
Damn.
when you start looking at it, just like if you look at Philadelphia, right? And I'm just going to use that one as an example. Everything in Philadelphia, if you go there and look at how the buildings are made, you will see made from cement. You pull them asphalt roads up. What do you got there? You got brick roads.
Right. In Philly, you talking about, right?
Yes. Go
Yep.
into New York City. Pull
Yeah.
that asphalt up. What do you got there?
Some parts of Manhattan got the brick roads. You're right.
Got them brick roads. They all were like this. When these people showed up, this place was already built. Why? Because we didn't deal in nothing but mathematics. Or better yet,
Wow.
let me rephrase that word. Our people didn't deal in mathematics. We do. Our people dealt in arithmetic.
Right.
Mm.
See, you got to use the old language in order to understand. Now, I can go into certain parts of the South, and some of y'all that live down there, you can correct me if I'm right or wrong. If I go into the place called Georgia, right there in Savannah, do I not see that place ain't never been hit by any bombs or anything like that? It was in the Civil War, but it was never touched. It's the same way it was long before that war ever hit, or the American Revolution. It
But
didn't
I
get
want to
hit
say
during
something
the
about the
American
war
Revolution.
thing, brother. Can we pause
Wow.
right there? A lot of when they be saying these war shits, it was basically battles.
Well, we call them wars, and I'm gonna tell you why we call them wars. What you may call a battle is like a football game. All right, you got two teams playing against each other. That's a battle. But a war is when you have multiple people involved, and they were in the South, and they had a war down there against two types of people. One was the French, and the other one was the Spanish. That's a war.
Mm.
Right.
And that's why we got to stop the new foreigners from coming in and encroaching on our land today.
But
Right.
it's been going on. It's been going on for over 500 and something years, bro. This is
And that's
not
Right.
new.
and that's why
Yep.
we got to stop it, really,
This is
because
You
we
freaking me
cannot.
out.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be able to stop it.
so
We just gotta slow it
so
down and keep focusing
Nah,
on
so
we
let
us.
got to
me
stop it. We
so
got to
let me
stop
We
it.
let
don't
me
got
tell y'all
control
a
of that.
little. So let me explain something to you. In order for you to really know what's going on here in this land was the last land conquered on earth.
Right. Facts, brother.
I
And it
can say
didn't get
Damn.
conquered. It didn't get conquered till the 1930s.
I don't even
Y'all
think
not,
it's conquered. That's why they still do what they do to us. It ain't even conquered yet. That's the trick.
no,
I'm
That's
bro.
why they still bringing people over and all of that, because we
That's
ain't
but
why I
conquered.
said
that's
it's
why
conquered.
I said we got to stop the H1B1 visa
Oh yeah,
program.
you right. Definite, brother. Go
Like
on.
we
So
gotta abolish that.
so when you
Additionally,
look at
my
so
bad.
when
Go.
you're looking at it, you gotta look at Canada.
Right. Canada
You
definitely
can't
was a
you can't just look right here. You gotta look in Canada because that's the northern territory or the northern land that
right.
that could not.
That's why. Oh my God, it makes sense.
But
You know, I
Canada is not
never
even
thought
going.
of Canada being the real Europe.
It is the real
Yeah,
Europe.
I
But
yeah,
before
yeah.
it
I
was
never.
called but
Oh
before it was
man.
called Europe, before it was called Europe, that they put that name there, it was called Labradoria.
I mean, you mean
Yeah.
before it was called Canada, right?
Before be it's Canada today, but it was originally Europe. But before it was named Europe, it was called Labradoria.
Where did
Now
Labradoria name come from?
y'all know that there's that dog running around, right?
A
A Labrador,
Labrador.
Thank
Labratriever.
you. There you go. That's why.
Yeah.
Copper saying Trump will annex Canada, but Canada said that they will never become a 51st state. I just read
Nah.
that.
No, you know why it won't become a 51st state? Because the state of Israel is the 51st state.
Right. And
Let's get
Canada
it
down
real.
with French. They're down with the French. Canada.
So this is why I'm trying to explain to y'all that you really got to do your studying of Canada, because then you'll realize that it was this land that was jumped on by Canada because of the British and the French.
Right.
And we
Right.
got to learn from our past.
So
Many of our ancestors welcomed the foreigners in.
Yeah.
We have to learn that that was a mistake, a fatal mistake for many of us. So, in order to preserve our communities for our future generations, really, we have to take a hard stance against immigration, legal and illegal immigration.
Right. I
Really,
agree. I
or we're
agree.
not going to have any more communities left. I'll say this in closing: if you look, there are multiple states that have a majority Hispanic population. There is even Hawaii that has a majority Asian population. There's not one state that has a majority Black American or Aboriginal American majority.
Right. Can I say this, Mulatto? That's the
uh, I,
war,
I, I,
y'all.
I
The white
Wait a
push
minute,
disagree.
out.
brother. Wait a
I
minute. Whoa, whoa,
Go on.
disagree.
whoa.
Bullshit.
Wait a minute,
Inner
bro. Wait a
cities.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute,
No.
Sister Bethy. Wait a minute, Sister Bethy. Let me show this brother something. And this is no disrespect to you. I want you to repeat what you said without any interruption, and I'm gonna show you something when you do that.
All right, I'm gonna say it very briefly. There are multiple states that have a majority Hispanic population. There is even Hawaii, which has a majority Asian population. There is not one state that has a majority Black American slash Aboriginal American
False.
population. All right, so name the
That's
state.
false.
Name the state.
All 50 of them.
You know why?
All
Wait a
right,
minute, wait a minute, wait a
all
minute,
right.
wait a minute, sister. Wait a minute, sister. He's right. Because we are spread across this nation as the
Exactly.
largest population. See, I wanted him to say that so he can be corrected on this. It's not about us being in one particular spot. We run almost all the states in this land.
All right.
And in some places, yeah, we are a small
Right,
pocket of
right,
us. But if you go across all the other southern lands and you go across the northwestern lands or the eastern or the southeastern, man, we control it all. Take a look at out there in California. They want you to believe
We're a
that,
minority in California, brother.
No, I know who this guy
bro,
is.
don't you do
He
that.
yeah,
gotta
that's
go.
mulatto, Sister Betty.
Nah, he gotta go. Cause
Listen, no, don't
Oh
make
shit.
him go. Don't make him go.
I put him in the back for a minute because he's
Okay,
changing the content of the story. He's
all I
just
want him
coming
to
up
do
here
is to
and I,
understand. All I want him to do is to understand that. Don't get it twisted, young man, and listening to them folk, because that's not true. You go
Right.
anywhere in this
I'm
country, because I'm
tired
a
of him
former
coming up here
trucker.
with his
I
Puerto
ain't
Rican
seen nothing
shit.
but us.
because he's lying. If you can't come on my panel and discuss the topic, we're not even talking about Hispanic populations. We're talking about Canada. I'm still
Right.
trying to wrap my head around the fact that Canada is
The
is
real Europe.
yeah, that's freaking me out because it makes sense now. Now, Mulatto, I'm gonna let you back on, but we're not talking about Puerto Ricans in Canada. If you can't join this conversation, then I'm just gonna keep
Now,
putting you in the back.
see, they keep
But
wanting
no,
to say that
this
crap, but
Europe
that's not
shit.
the truth.
This
I didn't
Europe
say
shit.
anything about Puerto Ricans at all.
I'm
Literally.
telling you about spinning, man. Mute up.
Yeah,
Hey,
you can't
I'm
use.
freaking out
All right. Well, much
about
love to the panel. I'm gonna drop down. Peace, family.
yeah, drop down because he getting on my nerves. Changing the subject. You gotta go back
Yeah,
to Canada.
Canada, Sister
You
Bethy,
need to go
is
back
the
there.
original. Canada is what is known as the original Europe.
That's freaking me out because now it makes sense why the uh, um, Union soldiers went to Canada and burned their shit down, and then the British came here and burned down the White House.
Yep,
Oh man, this
there's
is
your
a ball
connection of the
busting.
dots.
And then the
Damn,
French took the back of they took over that part of Can they took over Canada.
And so you have to, and when you want to take a look at something, you need to pay attention to the two wars of 18. Well, I mean not 18. I'm sorry, forgive me. 1666. This is what you have to look at this particular year that was going on in both the lands. 1866, London burned down. 1866, what happened in Philadelphia? I mean, in 1666, what happened in Philadelphia? Yep.
mm. Oh,
See the
they burnt stuff in Philly too, huh?
yeah, shoot, yeah, to see the government. Oh, absolutely.
That was the first one anyway, before DC, correct?
Right.
That's
I'm about to say
correct.
that Philly was the capital.
That's right. Philly is the original capital
Why did they switch it to DC?
because it
But
got burned
DC
up.
and DC the cop DC is not a state. So they put it in a designated zone.
Actually, why it's in D.C. is because that's when it changed to the District of Columbia. Don't you
Right.
remember me telling you some months ago? I said y'all got to pay attention to British Columbia, then District of Columbia,
Right.
because the British Columbia runs the District of Columbia. It don't run Philadelphia, the original seat of government.
And where's British Columbia at? It's in Canada.
It's in Canada. Absolutely, it is.
Oh my goodness.
So when we looking at these people, and no disrespect to them, when we looking at these people being elected today, there's something that they have to sign, and if they don't sign it, they are in what do they call de facto. And the two
Right.
things are, if you all go look it up, because they quick to tell us, oh, you can go look this up on the Secretary of State website of the state that you in. It's called the oath of office. All right. But there's two other documents that they have to deal with before that oath of office. And here it is. One is called wait a minute. Oh man. Oh, one is called the Foreign Registration Act.
Mm.
All right. And the other one is called the Anti-Bribery Act. I want y'all to remember those two because I'll be them forgot, just like y'all just heard me. I almost forgot those two. It's called it's called the Foreign Registration Act. The other one is called the Anti-Bribery Act. And then you have the oath of office. So they geared us to always pay attention to the oath of office. But they don't tell you about them other two acts because the other two acts means that they work for another corporation.
Right. Right.
This is why you don't hear about the republic government no more, is because we're not sitting in our rightful seats. We're allowing others to sit in those seats in another government running it here in America called the United States. But it's really called with the with the um with the republic form of government, it is called the 48 States United.
Mm.
Yeah, because we got
Oh,
That was before
yes,
Hawaii,
because
Alaska. That was before Hawaii and Alaska.
but your wait. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
because those were the last two states, Hawaii and Alaska.
and they're not in
Wait,
America.
They're
why
not
did
They're in
you
the
even in
say
United
America,
States
right?
why did you say it's not a republic of America anymore?
because we are not sitting in our rightful seats.
Right.
Just the other day we was having a conversation where you were saying we need to create our own municipality, right?
Yes.
Okay, our municipality has already been there. We just don't know that it's there because we are the republic.
Right.
They
That's why I
are
don't agree
the
with that. Yeah.
United States. Our seat is right there in Philadelphia. That's all of ours, which controls the 48 states. They
But wait a
don't want
minute.
you to know this.
You just said that they burnt Philadelphia down,
Right.
and that was the only reason why that they moved to DC. Otherwise, they'll still be there.
Yes, because they had to get rid of the republic form of government in order for the British to take it over.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Now it makes sense.
That's why the Bar
Damn.
Association, it goes back to England for the lawyers, the bar. Why it's called the bar, BAR. That's a British
Accredited
association, man.
No,
registry.
no, no, brother man. Wait a minute. Be correct when you speaking. It is
Right.
called B period A period R
Right.
period, which means British Accreditation Registry. Let's get it
Right.
correct, people.
Right. Apology. You right. So that
So now
shows
you know who they work for.
British is still running the show in the
So you're
world.
saying that okay, what you're saying to me is that these lawyers are running this government uh uh with instructions from Canada.
Yes.
All right, so where does that put the Prince Henry and them that's up there now in Europe in London?
No. Prince Henry lives where, y'all? Where does Prince Henry live, and where does he sit? Him and his wife.
They in
I
the
thought they
States,
were
right?
No, they're in Canada.
No,
They
they're in
sit in
Canada.
the seat. They sit in the House of Windsor,
Yep.
right there in Windsor, Canada.
Meghan Markle
Oh,
and
they
Prince
left
Harry live in Canada.
they left Europe, right?
Yes. And when they came to Canada, that's when you all noticed things started changing over there.
Hmm.
Oh God, this is blowing my head up.
No, he right. That's why
Uh,
But England always did that. They always let people like it's still the base, but yeah, go out there. That's how they call it
Yep.
territory.
Their territory, their territory is what do we call them? The Caribbean islands. That's the British territory. They
Right,
couldn't deal with right here in America, so they had to make a deal in order to leave this part of the land alone to
right.
the United States in
Nah,
order
this
for
is
them to
that.
stop the wars between them. I'm
That's
telling
sister that
y'all,
they always
I
like.
thought there
This
are
is that they
some.
always said.
Oh, I'm
Jamaica,
sorry.
the Jamaicans. She's right. A lot of the other like Caribs that are about the so-called Black coalition, like for instance, I know people be going against what Haitians and what they about, but if you really know them, you'll know that they're about a so-called Black coalition. Jamaicans ain't on that.
That's true.
They
That's
don't give
true,
a
Wolf.
damn about niggas.
You're right. That's true.
They
Yeah,
don't.
Haitians is a little bit more militant than
They just
Jamaicans.
more about, yeah, and they all about just Jamaica, not
but
about
wait a
Because
minute, brother.
so-called niggas.
Wait a minute,
they're
bro. Tell
British
the truth.
indoctrinated.
Wait a minute. Now, tell the truth, brother.
Yeah, they
The
indoctrinated as
reason
fuck
why,
for even thinking that black shit.
They Africans, but go ahead.
the reason why, the reason why they treat the Haitians the way they treat them, you got to go back into the 1700s with them and the
Yep.
1600s. They, them bad boys over there ain't nothing to play with.
They
They
What they
sure
fought for
ain't.
did,
America.
what they did was the British,
Shit make you
these
sick.
people here called the United States, and them of the French, what you call what's his name? He about my height. The general.
Oh, damn.
What's his name? They locked
Something
him up. The
chicken.
British locked him up for what he was doing.
Who, the one that was down with Napoleon or before that?
Yeah, that's him. That's him right there.
Yeah, I
When you
forgot his
study,
name.
when you study Napoleon and how he got his behind tore out the frame over there in Haiti, and then he went limping home because remember Napoleon is of the French.
Right.
He went limping home trying to get some help from the British, and it didn't work. They locked him up.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, the reason why they locked him up is because the Haitians took over all them islands over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Dominican, they freed the Dominicans from the Spaniards, and look how the
That's right.
Dominicans treat the
Tell the truth.
Haitians.
Come on, tell the truth.
All right, they liberated them niggas from the Spaniards, and every time you see a Dominican, they want to treat them niggas bad. They
Yeah,
talk bad
Because
about the
they don't
Haitians.
know the true history of listen, let's get this correct. The Haitians not only freed them down there, but they also freed our ancestors up in here. Because they took over the Mississippi and kept on coming up. They
Mm.
wasn't playing.
And Copper Aborigine. I think his name is Barbecue.
Yeah, Jimmy Barbecue.
Oh, that's the new cat now. They say one of them, I think the other leader got killed for the other gang over there. They fighting bad over there with them Kenyan soldiers, man. I don't know how you
Look,
got.
Sister Bethy, did not tell you that there was a secret meeting between the United States and Kenya in order to get the Kenyan soldiers from Africa to bring them over there to the Haiti?
Yeah.
And what did he say?
Well,
they
I
said,
don't know why
they said
Africa would do that.
they said they
No,
wasn't
Africa
coming.
didn't do that. Wait a
They
minute.
was scared.
Hold on. Africa didn't do that. Kenya did that. Let's put
Yeah,
the
yeah,
truth
you're
on
right.
the truth.
Yeah, you're right.
Them
And
Yeah,
he
I don't know
Africans
didn't
why
want
they
it.
told
did
them
that.
don't go over there. But see, you have to understand, Kenya is run by the American CIA.
Right.
That's who runs them. I don't give a doggone if they hear me saying it or not.
No, you're
They
right,
are
brother.
run. That is a CIA run government
Government.
in
That's
Kenya.
right.
That's where Obama's
Yeah,
from,
hello?
right?
Where do all the East
They
Africans come
always said
from?
he was a
They come from
CIA
Kenya.
baby.
Most of our immigrants that
Yo,
are from East Africa are from Kenya. I've
That's
had
right.
a few
Yeah, a
yo,
lot
Cop
of them, yeah.
Kenyan
Aborigines.
teachers. Miss Kimbati was my algebra teacher.
Now wait a minute,
I
bro. Which people of Africa they do not allow over here?
West African a lot.
Wait, wait a minute. No, give it a name, because I'm gonna tell y'all the name in a minute. Because the Greeks got their behind toe up bound.
Who was it? The cats over there, Zaire around over there?
Uh-uh.
Congo?
They ran all of that too.
Let me see.
It took the United States to get them up off the Zairians.
You not talking about the Somalians, right?
Nope.
Yo, Cop
Somalians can't do
Aborigines, I
nothing.
gotta ask you something.
What's
Ethiopians.
that?
Nah, I really called in to say, bro, Haiti never helped us with our revolution, bro.
Yes, they did. I didn't
They
say the
did.
revolution. I didn't say the revolution. I said that Haiti helped our ancestors coming up through the Mississippi. Yes, they did.
Louisiana.
This is
What
why they are.
what
This is why
uprising
they
was
are.
this?
That's why they isolated. This is why Haiti is isolated from everybody because of what they did up in here to these British that's over
Tell
there and the French.
them Copper Aborigine.
But
Man, please.
If you
what
if you
uprising
got
was this?
ancestry, wait, hold on. If you got ancestry from Louisiana or you from Louisiana, you know this shit. Haitians
Well, I heard
and
that too.
Louisiana
They
people
caved
are
out
very
they
close.
caved out of South
When they
Carolina too.
come
I heard a little bit
and
of that.
when they come to Louisiana, we embrace them and they embrace us. I
And
know
where
this
did
for
you hear
sure.
that?
My family
Where did
from
you heard that from? You heard that from them in Louisiana?
my family from Louisiana. We used to go there
Philosopher
summers
Berkeley,
and
you
all of
from
that.
Brooklyn?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, all right, salute.
What are
Yeah,
you,
so
Haitian?
nah, I'm Black American, American Indian.
Okay, that might be one of the reasons why you really don't know about the Haitian War, because they whooped on the French. They
I'm not
wiped
saying
them
they
out.
didn't,
They didn't
but
fuck
there's
with
one
them.
thing that people leave out when they say when they magically say that Haitians came over here and helped us with our revolution or our uprising.
No, no,
No,
no.
but
I didn't
brother,
say that. I didn't say that. You have to use a word. The word is called a rebellion. All right.
All right,
Mm.
rebellion.
Yeah.
But that's
Yes.
why I
That's
asked
what.
for rebellion because I've never seen this. I never read it, and then I challenged somebody on it. He gave me the He said it was the German Gold Coast Rebellion. That's what he said. And then when I read
Well,
it, I
you.
never
Well.
seen.
Well. He's in a
I never.
sense. He's right.
Hold on. Let me say this though. I never seen anything supporting that, right? And on top of that, what they say
Go
was
into
that
Canada and go to the University of Windsor and read their books. You will learn this. This is why I keep
okay,
mentioning.
but this
This
what
is
I'm
why I
saying.
keep mentioning Canada
But let me say this
because.
though. Let me say this, and then I'm gonna let you speak, and I'm gonna let you point me to where I got to see this at because I've never seen it, and nobody can answer the question because they usually say that we heard about their revolution and that inspired us to have an uprising, and then I say, okay, so how did
Huh?
we hear about it? Because we didn't have radio, it wasn't no newspapers being back pushed back and forth from Haiti. So how did we hear about what was
Boats.
going on in
Same
Haiti?
way, the same way you hear about certain things going on in the community now, word of mouth.
No, no. You how is it word of mouth though? We
The
wasn't going
same way
back and
we're
forth
the same way
from
we're
Haiti to
talking right now. But if we didn't have these electronics, you would be in the community where you live at, and you might have a relative that might live, let's say hypothetically, you got relatives that live in Mississippi, you got relatives that live in Louisiana, you got relatives that live in Alabama, you got them that live in Tennessee. And I'm just using that as an example. Now,
hmm
you just happen to go that direction and you're visiting. All of a sudden, you start hearing certain things that you don't hear up in New York because
But
the
you
information
talking
ain't
about
flooding up
something
that
in
way yet.
1810 though. You talking about something in the early 1800s, bro.
No, I'm talking about something that's in the 16 and 1700s. Don't think them people
That's
did
even
not know
worse.
how to communicate.
what about the Natchez? We got to talk
But
about
when
the
you say
Natchez that was
uprising
sent to
though, but
Haiti.
when
You
you
know the
say
Natchez was
uprising,
sent to Haiti, brother.
huh?
The Natchez. You know how they try to say the Natchez don't exist today? They say they were sent to Haiti.
No, I'm
So
not.
Well,
why
I'm
do
you're
not
you?
gonna say a
debating
lot.
that. But those are different topics, though.
What?
Because we went. Remember, some of us went to Jamaica too,
Okay,
right?
bro. Wait a minute.
So
Let me explain. Wait a minute, bro.
I mean,
Hold it.
some
Facts,
Hold
of
it.
that's
us,
Hold
true.
it.
some
Hold
tribes
it.
Or
Let
to
went
me
the
there.
let me
islands,
have
to
your
the
ears.
islands. You right
Let
about
me
that.
Okay,
So
have
let
let
me
him
your
say
speak
this
ears.
on
though.
some.
But
Let
look,
me have your
but what I'm,
ears. Let me have your
but let me.
ears. Let me
No,
have
I'm,
your
I'm gonna
ears.
listen to you. But let me
Let me
make
have
this
your
one
ears.
statement, and
And
then
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
show
listen to
you a little
everything you gotta
something.
say.
Let me have your
But,
ears. I
but look,
want
let me
your
make this
ears.
one statement, and I'm gonna listen to everything you
Not
gotta say.
not a lot of us went to Jamaica though, bro. It was
No, I know
mostly
that. I
to
know that.
the
Exactly.
it was mostly to the other British islands.
I'm just saying it's a few of us that went other places. But what I'm saying is, Haiti didn't have anything to do with our uprisings over here. To give them that credit
I
is
didn't
crazy
say they
because
had anything to do with the uprisings. I'm telling you that they knew about it and joined in it.
They joined in.
and
They
all
just
right,
joined
and
in,
this
brother.
and
Listen,
I would
Yeah.
listen,
say I would
brother.
say
Hold it, brother,
where's
brother,
the proof
brother,
of that?
brother. Let me tell you a little something that my great granddaddy told me. All right, he told me that there are two types of fights. And when he told me that as an 11-year-old, I didn't get it at the time. Now you might be a little salty with me because I didn't get it. But as I got older, I understood what he was saying, what he had said. There are two types of fights. Do you know what those two types of fights are?
Break it
I
down,
don't know.
God.
It's on my list.
All right, youngster, I'm gonna give it to you. My
The
great
one
grandfather
that's
said,
worth it and the one that's not worth it.
well, almost, yes. My great granddaddy said, if you see a good fight, get in it. But if it's a bad fight, stay out of it. Well, that's what the Haitians did. They seen it was a good fight and they got in it with us. And they
Yeah, hey,
did not.
y'all see how I knew that?
That's vague, bro. That's very
that
vague
boy, that
to
boy,
say that
young OG, that boy,
some
young OG.
some some people across on another island that take hours, if not a day, to get there, seen us fighting all the way over here, bro. That's
No,
No, we
very
were
vague.
still
no, no, no.
communicating
You
because
got
we were
people who was
travelers.
no, 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 bro. Reverse that. You got people who were being run that might have been being run out of them islands, and they went to another island and told them about it, and they
Right.
turned around and they came over there to help out. This is how
Yep.
information goes.
Right. People was traveling on different stuff. He right
All
about
right,
that.
so
Travel a
I got
lot.
two questions for you then, right? Because I haven't met a Haitian that was here in the early 1800s.
Of
You know what
course
I'm
you
saying?
didn't. You wasn't
One,
living there, and
have
neither was I.
no, what I no, all right, you're right. My fault. Let me rephrase it. I haven't met a Haitian who have ancestors that was here in the early 1800s. You know what I'm
Brother,
saying?
you got them Haitians that
Meaning,
you got Haitians that was here. You got Haitians that were here before those that you may be calling Haitians, but they may not have been Haitians. You got them people who was in them islands long before them Spanish, when them Spanish showed up, they were there. And then you got the ones that they brought there.
I'm
Because
talking about
everybody,
here. I'm talking about
no,
here, bro.
when
Because
you say the,
according to what
He
you're
saying
saying
here
is
in New
that
York. He's right a
no,
little
not in New
bit
York.
now.
I'm not talking about New York. I'm talking about
Okay.
America. I'm talking
Okay.
about in America. Because
if you
according to
go,
what you're saying, is that they came from Haiti and helped us over here with our rebellions,
they did.
right?
They
Okay, and
did.
I'm saying I haven't met any Haitians or seen any Haitians who they could say, "Yo, my ancestors helped with your rebellions over here. They was here
Because
in
remember,
1809, 1808."
because you got to keep in mind as well, bro. A lot of information does not filter down to particular generations, just like it don't filter down to us here.
Right.
And when you want to learn something, sometimes you got to go into somebody else's library. Like if you want to learn this rebellion, you might want to go into the French libraries. Just like
Right.
there's a case right now, bro. Now I don't mean to get off subject because I'm gonna get back on this Europe in a second.
Copper, hold up. You gotta explain it in a way that the young brother understands it. Otherwise, he's gonna continue to not understand you. You gotta explain it in a way where he understands it. He's first, what's troubling to the young brother is how did we get the information back and across the water?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
what we gotta explain to the young brother is that back then everything was done by the water. That was our primary source for transportation. So we travel back and forth through water, sweetheart.
Can I help? I'm okay. I'm gonna help you.
So
I'm gonna help him out with something.
explain that to him so he could understand it in that fashion. Because he is
Yeah, because
younger,
I think
brother.
it's cap. I think it's cap that they made up to take some of our credit away and give it to Haitians. I just haven't seen any proof. If I could
It's
see
not
proof
that
or
he's
something,
giving the credit away,
but go ahead.
baby.
No, I didn't say he
He's
didn't
not
start this
giving
rumor.
he's not giving the
He didn't
credit
start this
away.
rumor.
He's telling you how they assisted. Now, how they assisted, and they did. We did work together in that manner. Now
Do
we're not
you?
saying that the whole Haiti rushed over here to
Yeah,
our
No,
yeah.
they didn't do
help.
it like that. No.
Nah.
Let me ask you a question, brother. Are you familiar with the term guerrilla warfare?
Yeah,
Where do you think that came from?
There you go.
that came from us in the swamp, right?
No,
Jamaican
no,
maroon.
hell
The
no.
maroons. The maroons.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Them Haitians, listen, those Haitian brothers and sisters right now, they giving them Kenyans over there. What they don't want you to know,
They don't
they're
like the
giving them
Kenyans.
Kenyans this guerrilla warfare, something that
They
they
don't like
can't
that.
deal with.
That's
Because
why.
everybody's involved in this and they got certain ways of doing this. They are masters at this. What I'm trying to explain to you, bro, is that when somebody's dealing with them Haitian brothers and you get them going,
Fuck you up.
that guerrilla warfare is anything goes. Ain't no rules. They don't fight by
No.
any rules or none of that. It's
Yeah, they're
The
very
wide
Haitians.
open.
skillful. They're very skillful. They always
Yeah.
have been.
The
I'm
So,
not
Haitians. They,
questioning that though.
but
And
you
they
got
I'm
to
not
because you
questioning
asked
their
the
ability to go to
question.
war.
you got
You
to,
asked
baby.
the question. You
Haitian,
you you got to because you asked that question. And what I'm trying to explain to you is that these people who were already here, that we call the indigenous people, they've already been in contact with all of them people down through South America. This is nothing new.
those are people.
Just like
yeah.
it's just like when our people got conquered up there in Canada. This is nothing new.
Haitians have never been at war with the mainland Negro.
X
Fuck
no,
no.
not
Nope.
one time.
No.
Nah, that's
They'll tell
not
you.
not from my
Yeah,
Never.
now
understanding. They don't.
hold on, Brooklyn. Hold on. Now maybe in New York, but the Miami, Florida Haitians will tell you straight up, they only go to war with other Zoes. They don't
Thank
fight
you.
niggas. They don't be fighting
No, they
Bloods and
do
Crips.
not.
Yeah,
And that's
we
the
They
way
haven't had
don't.
you
no
say
They
problem
it.
no.
with Haitians
Hold
in
on.
New
Let
York.
me tell you. They ally. They ally with the Bloods and Crips
Hmm.
for sure. I know this because I've dealt with them, bro. And I'm also part Haitian, Dubois. I know about them, bro.
There
They
you go. Say
literally
it again,
protect
bro. Wait a
the
minute, wait a minute.
Dubois.
There
Dubois.
you go.
They
Thank
protect
you.
the bro. They protect. They will protect your people, bro. They protect their own people. If you look
That's
Yes.
like
that
them,
word.
they look like. But if you're African, like he said, they go against Kenyans and Africans and
You better believe
the
it.
Yeah.
French and
Yes.
everybody that's from those other lands. So that's what you got
Yes.
to understand. They don't want
Yes.
people encroaching on their land. They are
Correct.
your people, brother.
Okay.
That's for
So
Jamaicans
look.
don't
Haitians.
do that. Though. Jamaicans
Right.
don't do that. They let Chinese people all up in their shit. They let
Hey,
pale skins all through their shit.
I
whoa,
want to
buddy.
Come
hear more of
on.
that, right?
Come
I want
on.
to hear more of that, but I do want to add on. Then you have
One thing about
Haitians.
Haitians, they know the American people of all the American landmass.
Yes,
But
They
they
look,
have
let
do.
me say this though. I don't know how it is in Florida. You right. You feel me? And I do want to hear more about that because I don't really hear enough of that.
yeah.
Because the Haitians I see is like Candace Owens. You feel me?
Do you
I
see?
Wait,
Look,
wait, wait, wait,
wait a
wait.
minute, bro.
Candace Owens is not Haitian. She's Jamaican.
she's 100% Haitian.
No,
Now she
she's not,
Haitian.
bruh. She's from my state. I know Candace
Yeah,
Owens. She's from Stanford. She is not Haitian.
she's from Stanford, but she's
Brother,
Haitian. Her
brother,
family's
brother,
Haitian,
she
sister.
is not Haitian. I know Candace.
No, she already said she already told who she was. She told us
Oh,
that she's
Candace Owens.
part Jamaican, part Mississippian.
Yeah,
No,
but a
she
lot of
said
Candace
Haitians
Jamaican,
Owens
wasn't
bro.
proud
is
to say they
part
was
half
Haitians until the
Jamaican.
Fugees came out. So let's stop. All right, when you up north, you know that. A lot of Haitians wasn't proud to say they was Haitian until the Fugees came
I'm
out.
gonna see if I can post a clip for y'all, man, because that's
They was
yeah.
all
I thought
saying they was
She's
Jamaican or from some other island.
Candace Owens
Wait a
tell you
minute,
straight up.
hold on, brother man. Now I'm gonna tell you part of that you telling the truth because you telling it in your time period. But
Right,
see, I came through in the 60s and 70s. So I went to school with some Haitians, and these people, these people stayed to themselves.
right,
They really didn't associate within the community or nothing like that. But when we found out who they were and we started talking,
Yeah.
they started loosening up and letting you
Yeah.
in and you letting
yeah,
them in. And this is why we know certain things about these people because we know that they are not very well liked.
Yep. And when they
I
But when
come
they
agree.
here,
found out,
the
but when
reason
they
why they
found
like
out
that, go ahead.
in our community that we were not like that at all, and we
Yep.
started learning from them verbally, it became a different ball game. So it didn't start where you saying it did. This started a long time ago before that group ever
right.
showed up.
And one other thing you got to realize, they come here speaking a different language. So a lot of the times they stick with their own because they don't want to be judged. So once they start learning that English and shit, they start assimilating with you. And if they don't
Exactly.
know your language, they can't speak your language, bro. That's the only real problem we be having with them is
Haitians
the
embrace
slight,
mainland
slight
Negroes
culture.
quick.
You don't
Yep.
see them Haitians living around white
Yep.
folk at all.
Who
Nah,
was?
that's
Oh
not true. They do.
Who
Some of them
protected? Wait, who protected Lil Wayne and Birdman?
they got
Wasn't it
class
Zocam?
status too. We
Wait,
can't
hold
let's not
on,
go
Hawkeye,
overboard, y'all.
Hawkeye,
No, it
Haitians are
ain't
Hawkeye,
that we
Haitians.
going overboard.
Hawkeye.
Y'all niggas have one bad encounter with one Haitian, and then you
No, it's a
fucking hate
fact
them
that the
all.
light skinned
Hawkeye.
Haitians look down
Okay,
on the
well let's
dark
get
Now,
away
skinned
from
now
that.
Haitians.
see,
They got their
brother
Away
man,
from
colors
that.
brother
Let's
man,
get away from
hold
that.
on, hold on, brother man. You said light skinned Haitian.
I'm
I'm not
done.
going. I won't talk
Fucking
about them
done.
half breed
I'm fucking
Haitians.
done.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, I
talking
know.
about them. I'm talking about them the brown skin and dark skin Haitians.
I'm
I ain't
done.
I already
If
know
we mix
about
them, it's
those
gonna be
light
come
skinned
on.
half
Yeah,
breed Haitians that were Spanish or
You
French,
don't,
the white French.
right,
I'm
right,
not
right,
talking about them. The heck with them. No,
they're not even important.
I'm sorry.
you got two sides of Haiti if you go to Haiti right now.
right.
Yeah, it's called
What's the
Dominican
two
and Haiti.
sides?
I'm
Yep.
sorry.
The
I'm Haitians,
Dominican
my
You
Republic
talking
is
people,
about New
all
too.
York?
day, every day.
No, they got the island off of Haiti too. That's where
They
the
don't
money's
like
at.
Dominicans, bro. Haitians don't like Dominicans, and Dominicans don't like Haitians. They don't
They
fuck with each
sure
other
don't. You go down
at
there if you
Now
all.
want to.
Haitians be bowing down to them niggas a little bit.
No,
Come on,
I
man.
guess in New
Sorry,
York. I guess
sorry.
in New York.
That's his encounter. You can't believe
Go to
everything
Miami.
Hawkeye say.
Yeah,
Go
you
to
go down there
Miami.
to Florida, you ain't gonna see that. I don't know what you
They don't
talking about.
like them, bro. They don't
Ooh
fuck with
wee.
them, bro. You don't see them
No,
together.
Haiti is my people. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
no.
they fuck with
You do
us
not
tough,
see
bro.
that
Only
out
people
of
you
them
gonna
real
see in
Haitians.
Florida, what you gonna see
Sister,
in Florida is Haitians with niggas, bro, with American niggas riding around
Fact,
together. You're not gonna know who's
facts.
Haitian, and you're not gonna know who's American niggas, bro.
You
This
can't
is why
tell us
this shit is
apart.
crazy. Jamaicans don't fuck with us like that. Trinidadians don't fuck with us like that. All them other people don't, but Haitians do. This
See,
shit
okay,
when
is
so
they
you
see
saying
them
I'm
crazy.
Haitians
mistaken then?
among us,
You
when they
saying so?
recognize them
You saying
Haitians among us, they get up, they get the hell on, cause they
Hell
know.
all
yeah.
right? So you saying Haitians ride with us,
Go.
but I'm mistaken because all the other Caribbeans don't ride with us. That's what you saying.
No, no. The
They
only
damn near
one
I'm
that
don't.
might
saying that.
ride
I'm
with you,
saying that. I'm
They
saying
don't.
that.
yeah,
They don't.
exactly, because you
I've
only
never
got the
experienced it in
Haitians
my
that's
life.
gonna ride with us.
Let me
Jamaicans,
say this.
Trinidadians
Let me
don't
say
fuck with
this.
me. Never have.
No,
Y'all do know Kodak Black Haitian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
A
that's
lot of niggas,
Florida,
a
bro.
lot of
Like,
niggas with them wicks in Florida Haitian. How you gonna
Right.
say Haitians don't fuck with us?
no,
They
we
fuck
didn't
with us
say they
tough.
don't mess
They
no,
with
love
us.
us.
bro. I'm
We
No,
in New
telling
Wolf is
you
York.
the
saying they
light
do.
skinned
No,
I'm in
ones
Wolf,
New
don't
York.
no,
mess
Wolf,
with us.
no.
Every
Hey,
other
Copper
Caribbean
Aborigine, Wolf,
country
no.
fuck with
Wolf,
us, bro.
no. You in Arkansas, right, Wolf? And you be in Louisiana and Atlanta and shit, you know.
That's right.
Exactly. So he knows. You got to be in the South, bro, to even say, bro, Brooklyn. I'm sorry, brother. But in the North, it's
Yeah,
going to be
Haitians
totally
fuck with
different.
us. One of my ex girlfriends was light skinned Haitian, and
Yep.
she fuck with us. She look just like a nigga. It ain't
Our
no
people.
difference. You couldn't
They
even
don't
tell
look
she was
at you.
Haitian,
Because
but
in
she
New
fuck with
York,
us.
bro, all
I
the
don't
They
know.
don't be like,
Caribbeans.
Yeah,
you're black
Look,
American.
in New York,
Fuck
listen,
no.
let me tell you how it is in New York, right? All the Caribbeans fuck with us on face value. They make it seem like they fuck with us, but they be
Right.
talking crazy. They talk crazy behind our backs, and now we just now seeing this kind of shit online.
But
Nah,
we
I've been
knew,
seeing
You know
it.
what I
I'm
mean?
sorry. You
yeah,
much
we been
younger
knew
than
up
me.
That's some New
north.
York
You
shit.
much younger than me. Sorry.
No, that's up north. We been knew how that shit is.
Yeah, that's New York
We
shit because
rock
they
with
have a
them to
little
a certain
coalition.
extent,
Well, what
and
it
that's
is,
it.
it seemed like Hawk. It seemed like they got a coalition, a Caribbean coalition, but you're not
We
finding
got
that in
ours
the other.
too. And
And
No,
we
how
ain't
but
you
you're
gonna fuck
not.
with
and
them
how
Y'all,
No,
you
we
get
nah,
the
European
but
don't.
you
niggas.
talking
coalition?
over me.
No,
You
we
talking
don't.
over
Now
me.
go on, go
You
on.
gotta listen. You gotta listen. But you're not finding that in Florida. Like we was saying,
Yeah.
bro. Like you have Floridians who are Haitian who do have ancestry. They'll tell you straight up, my ancestry is from early 1900s. Then you have some who are newer, but that's actually rare in Florida. You're
I
gonna
know, but
find that
that's
in
what
New
I'm saying,
York.
bro.
You're gonna find that in New York more. It's gonna be
But
brand
look,
new Haitian, brand new,
what I'm saying
barely
is,
speaking the English, all of that.
but look, what I was telling you was you don't find them in the early 1800s.
Are you
Immigrants started coming
Jamaican?
after the 1900s,
Are
bro,
you
like
Jamaican?
1890 and up.
Yo, are you Jamaican?
No, I'm
Making
Black
Haiti.
American,
No,
American Indian.
be honest. You're of Jamaican descent, correct?
No,
I don't believe you, but y'all got
okay,
it.
okay.
Because
My grandmother's from Darlington, South
anybody
Carolina.
in the north, I don't care. They got them out there now. They trying to run out there. Anyway, anybody in the north, and the further north you come, knows that Jamaicans do not rock with mainland niggas.
Right.
But
Not
this
like
no,
that.
but this is what I'm trying to tell you though.
You can
In
tell
New
me
York
anything
City,
you want, boy. I was here before you.
but you in Connecticut. What are you talking about?
I don't
You
care
here
if I'm in
before me or
Connecticut.
not? You in
Yo,
Connecticut.
whether I'm in Connecticut or down south.
That's a whole. That's not like New York. That's different. Y'all got to
Excuse
stop
That's
me,
doing
true.
that.
New
Y'all
York
got to
is
stop
30
doing that,
fucking
acting like it's the
no.
same thing.
New York is 30 minutes from where the fuck I live. Come on.
It's still
It's
How
different.
still
far
Connecticut.
away from New
Y'all
York
Connecticut people
do
keep
I
doing that,
need
bro.
to
Yo,
be to know
I'm
the truth?
that don't mean nothing. You're
Your
not in New
ass
York
out of here.
City,
You crazy. I don't need to be in New York. The motherfuckers come here to live because they can't afford the rents there no more.
that's gentrification, though. I'm not even
Okay.
talking about
Okay, so
gentrification,
I'm telling you
and
what
I'm
I
not even
know.
trying to.
I'm telling
I'm
you what
just
I know.
saying it's
If you
different.
ain't over 30, bruh, close your mic up.
I am
Facts.
30. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, well, you got to shut your mic down then. I'm not gonna argue with no millennials. Yo, facts. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not gonna argue with millennials.
So
Jamaicans,
what you think about the
and
Fat
I'm
Joe
gonna say
thing?
it. I'm
And
gonna say it. Nah, don't change my title, man. We ain't talking about Fat Joe. We did him the
Yeah.
other day.
oh, I wasn't there.
Jamaicans don't fuck with mainland niggas. They'll go behind your back, tell your boss on you,
Yep.
just so they
Right,
can
right.
get a
I agree
little
with you.
extra.
But
They'll
look, Sister
turn
Betty,
you
I
in
agree
a
with
minute.
you. But what I'm saying is,
All
in
right, then
our face.
that's all you
No,
need to
I agree
know.
with you.
Not to fuck
I'm
with them
just saying that
motherfuckers.
in
That's true.
our face, they don't make that known in our. Is what I'm telling you. They don't make it known to us. I
Shit.
don't know. I didn't know
They
that.
Shit.
oh,
Shit. Jamaicans.
soon as you get around them and you
Shit.
had the same job with them, there it is,
Shit.
buddy. You're gonna
I didn't
experience
only
it.
have.
Yeah,
You
you
only
Yeah.
must
30.
not know that because you
You
ain't from
only
the
30
south.
now. You only 30
Hmm.
now.
I've
Yeah,
had
I mean,
issues
look,
with
hey,
I
look,
Jamaicans
mean,
on
hold
this
on,
I'm
look
phone.
at
around
the,
Jamaica.
look
I'm
at,
around all
look at,
kind of
hold on,
Caribbean.
hold on, hold on, look at the Olympics, bro. This is a clear difference. The Olympics, they don't fuck with us, dude. What are we talking about? You see Jamaican sprinters against the American sprinters, bro.
Shit, the ones in the
Yeah, but no,
Olympics.
I'm saying that. Yeah, we see it now. And what I'm saying is that growing up with them, right? Growing up around them, around Caribbeans, right? They don't make it known that they don't fuck with us. They adapt our culture. They walk like talk like us, look like us, dress like us, and be around us all the time. Whole time they talking crazy about us behind our back. That's all I'm saying is they don't make
Right.
it known.
Or we know a
See,
lot of them be
yo,
house niggas. They be
Buster's a
bowing down
prime
to white
example.
folks.
Buster's a
Exactly. This
prime
house nigga.
example. Been hating on niggas all his life. Now he's coming out with it.
Who?
Hmm.
Oh, Buster.
There
That's
you
right.
Yep.
go.
Busta
Yeah,
That's why I
Rhymes is
and
Jamaican.
said.
he
That's why I
he a
said
prime example.
shut your
A
mic
Jamaican.
down. Them niggas do not like mainland niggas.
But see, Betty, I wasn't disagreeing with you. I was telling you what I was saying was they're not making it known in our faces. We don't know that they don't fuck with us unless you got
For
to look
instance,
closer
all
to
right,
kind of see
look,
who
look.
it really be.
Look, the biggest thing I realized, for instance, Kodak Black will call himself black and he'll call himself Haitian. Now this
What
nigga Busta Rhymes just got a whole and we know black is a misnomer anyway, but he's still on
Right.
that indoctrinated shit, claiming to be black, claiming to be what a lot of our people claim to be. This nigga is pushing himself away from that and said, I'm a Jamaican. I'm a Jamaican. I
No, no,
feel
you're right.
comfortable
Haitians
now.
was
Then
always
he's like,
cooler than
hold on.
Jamaicans to support
They've
him. You're
all
right.
but they've always said that they was black or that they're Haitian. Jamaicans are just I'm Jamaican. I'm Jamaican. They not rocking with you. They not on your shit. They not on the shit you own. They not your people.
philosophy is young, but I can tell you when you're gonna find out that they never fucked with you.
Them is tethered.
It's because it's not at the end of the day with you and them yet. Wait till the end of the day come, then you're gonna know.
Yep.
I mean, I
Backstabbing.
see it now. You feel me? Like even with the Fat Joe shit and the Math
Haitians don't
Hoffa
even like
on his
Jamaicans.
Math Hoffa is from my
Man,
hood.
you
He
never
from
walked
White.
into a Jamaican restaurant and felt them cold stares? Let's
Yep.
stop playing, bro. This is
Bro,
I
my
Jamaica.
never I eat
If
soul
you
food,
don't
bro. I
know
never really
some of
ate
this
that
shit,
shit.
if you don't know it, you
The
might
only
not be
time I
meant
the
to.
only time I
yep.
walked into
Come
a
on,
Jamaican
bro.
spot is to get mac and cheese,
And
bro.
if they know you Haitian, bro, they don't
Feel
like
me?
Haitians. You know
I
Jamaicans
walk into
hate
a Jamaican
Haitians?
spot, them niggas looking at me like they all Africans, bro. We gotta
Yep.
Bro,
stop this.
I don't go there. I go to soul food spots. So I never you feel me?
Right. So
Woof.
you not really I'm just saying, like, you not experiencing this. Like, it's some shit you supposed to know from experiencing, bro.
Nah, he
It's
right,
not
Yeah,
because
like
but
my
they
that's what
don't.
I'm
cousins
trying to
don't
tell
eat
you though.
Caribbean
Come
food.
on,
My
man.
cousin don't like that shit. He be like, come on, cuz, I'll eat that shit. That shit
Bro,
I
Them
I
eat.
don't
niggas
never
look at you.
A
look,
lot of
I'm
us
gonna keep
don't
it
eat
a
that shit
bean.
up here.
I just tried like cause I had a roadie before
Jerk
when I was
salmon
younger.
is
I ain't
good.
like
Copper,
that
which
shit. She
one
had
you
mad
on?
bones and shit.
Hey,
I
hey,
I
hey,
just
Sister
tried
Betty,
some
Oh,
Caribbean food like a year ago. You
yo,
feel me? For
Sis-
the first time, like a roadie and shit.
I used
Sister
to
Betty.
tear up jerk salmon,
And
bro.
that's
Jerk salmon,
Trinidadian and got a
fire.
roadie.
I hear you.
What I
That's the
wanted to
same
say
shit.
to y'all on the chat, I mean in the on the panel, is that when you research the name Haiti before,
You breaking up, Copper, wherever you are.
oh shit, can am I okay now?
Now you
It sound better. You sound all right.
Okay, okay. What about now?
yeah, we hear you now.
As long as you stay still, where you at?
All right. You remember how earlier I was telling you about the Russians, the Germans, and the Ukrainians?
Mhm.
Now you got to go back, like I said, come forward, then go back. Before they were known as the Haitians, originally they are known as the Arawak, not
Mhm.
Haitian. Haitian is the French word, but the indigenous word
You
is the
breaking up,
Arawak.
Copper. Copper, get in the area where
Oh,
you're.
oh, okay. Wait a minute. Let me get off of here and then come back in.
All right. Yeah,
Haiti,
Haitians are Airwalks. That's a fact.
Haiti.
Before they were
I thought they was
Haitians.
in Jamaica too, Arawak.
No,
Mm,
Haitians are the original Arawaks. Some Arawaks are in Jamaica,
Okay, okay.
but it's not a lot of them. A lot of the Arawaks, and they tell you this in Jamaican history,
Oh, now they say
that
that they got a community over there. I saw a girl on
yeah,
YouTube. I'm sorry, sister, but
they
she
tell
said,
you
"No, I'm not Jamaican. I'm Arawak. That's them over there. We got our
a
own
lot
shit."
a
but they
lot of
mixed too.
Arawaks fled to the other islands.
Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay.
If they didn't come back on the mainland, they fled to the majority of the Arawaks that were in Jamaica fled to the other islands, like Barbados, the Virgin Islands, Haiti, back to where they originally were, for real.
You
So
know who's
that's
Arawak
why
by
they
their
brought so
culture?
many slaves over to Jamaica, the millions of slaves, because the population was very low. So they brought the Africans there. So when you say they brought them to the Americas, they did. They brought them there. And that's why Wolf is saying that a lot of them Jamaicans be looking at him like Africans because they don't like mainland niggas because they are
Moors.
African.
I think they're
Yeah,
Moors.
they got some of
Yo,
that in.
I
so
think they're the backstabbing Moors.
I think I see
Okay.
Candace Owens say she from St. Thomas. So maybe I was wrong about the Haitian shit. I remember her saying something about Haiti.
Okay.
And
Can I
where's
can
But
St.
I
y'all hear
know
Thomas
me
her.
at?
She
now?
Caribbean and she married to a white man. That's what they do.
Yeah.
But see, we fooling ourselves when we see that interracial shit. A lot of that should be from them island niggas, man.
That's what I be saying. I be telling niggas, bro. That's
Not
Caribbeans
saying
and
our
Africans,
people
bro.
Depends
don't,
what
but
island. It depends
90%
what
of that
island.
Caribbeans
shit,
and Africans.
85, that should be people from the islands, man.
Bro, if you notice, right, they give a lot of Caribbeans and Africans the athlete positions, bro. And these
Yeah.
niggas is going crazy on the white girls. And niggas be blaming black men. And it's like, nah, bro, those because they
Nah,
look up
you
to
know
them.
that. You from New York. We know how that shit is. Not
Yeah,
saying we
Hey,
don't mingle with them. We ain't
hey,
marrying them.
but
We
let's
ain't
be
wifing
real.
yeah,
them.
we not.
Hawks, Hawks,
You
and it's
might have one
important.
or two niggas, bro, but it ain't gonna be like 90% of us, bro.
That's right.
You
Right.
That's
Yeah.
might got
fact.
one cousin or some shit that fuck with them, bro.
Yep.
You feel
I only
me?
got one cousin that got
Yeah, none of my
white.
cousins did that shit. So when I used to
Yeah,
bring around a Latina chick, they be like, damn, cuz, but they could be, I'm bringing around baddies. But that was
yeah.
me growing up. But I wasn't wifing them. I thug her out. She around for a couple of months. Gotta go. See
But
ya.
see,
It
with the
wouldn't want
white,
to be ya.
the white people is different because with
Nah, I ain't
us,
never brought them around.
Hell no.
we had
I don't care. I
situations with
don't
them
care
for
about
200
interracial
years.
relationships. You fall in love with who you fall in love with. That's
Uh,
bottom
Nah,
line.
a
I,
dog?
I don't I don't speak against interracial
Hey,
relationships. I
can y'all
don't.
hear me now?
Yep, you good,
You
listen,
brother.
falling in
sister
love
Betty,
with a woof woof?
you
Okay,
could
so let
fall
me
in
let
love.
me go back because we're
You
getting off
funny
subject.
101.
Hey,
You could fall in love with anybody.
y'all getting off subject right now. Cool it with that. You getting off subject.
Now I want to say one thing though about
No,
that shit.
bro, no, we ain't talking about none of that no
You
more.
right,
You
Elder.
keep
Get us
saying,
back on.
no, we want to talk about one thing. No, we ain't going there. We're going right
You
back to
right.
what we started.
I don't know where y'all started, so that
We started with this with this Canada being what we call Europe. That is the original Europe, but they moved the name over there on that island over there that we call today the UK. That's not Europe at all. Europe is in the north of this land.
Facts.
So when you looking at all these different wars that that was spoken about, you're dealing with the what is called the British royal family, who
Your
look just
mic
like.
is okay. Do you got headphones on? What do you have on? Because you can listen to the playback and see how bad you sound, Copper. I almost
Okay, I
want
don't
to.
know why it's doing that.
I almost want to cry. But wherever you are, please
I'm
stay in
right
one
here.
spot.
I ain't
yo,
doing
but
nothing no
Papa,
more
where
than
you
I've
got
been
that
doing.
info from though?
It's breaking up. Can somebody help him or guide him what to do with his earplugs or whatever he's using?
Wait a
Try
minute.
to
Let me
turn it
see.
down a little bit.
Let me see something.
It sounds real echoey.
Okay, what about now?
Yeah,
Still the same.
Damn.
try to turn it down.
You was all right earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what had happened.
Turn him down some. Just Jasmine said you sound all right.
I don't remember doing anything except getting. I accidentally got off.
All right,
I
go
know
ahead.
what
You
you
got
sound.
it.
I know what you mean. It's kind of sound like you like talking into something because it's like too loud or something.
Damn.
Okay.
Is it like that right now?
They
Now
said
it
they
sounds
can
a
hear
little bit
you
better.
in
You
the
turn the
chat.
mic down,
Okay.
huh? You turn the mic down, huh?
Yeah, I just turned it
Now,
down.
yeah, now we can hear it. Now it sounds good.
Okay, so
There we go.
what I was saying was Canada is Europe, people. They changed the name on us so we wouldn't know what was what. So their trick on us, it worked because it worked on us in this generation. It didn't work on those that were at the time in the 15 and 16 and 1700s because they knew it it worked on us because of the time period of a major war between 1830 to 1865 when things was being changed mainly in the southern states, not necessarily the eastern or the northeastern territory and states.
See, Moses says, so how did you find out?
Because there was a year, I mean, there was some years growing up when you start getting older in Detroit, instead of just riding your bicycle around the community or the neighborhood, there were six of us who were riding our bikes from Detroit, and we would go across the Ambassador Bridge, and we would come into the city called Windsor, and it was fascinating over there to us. Even though we had to come back across that bridge before the sun went down, because if you didn't, you were stuck over there. So we were going over there every day for like 3 years straight. And so one day we added another brother, and this brother's name was Dathan Gatson. And he was the one who taught us about a lot of this because he went to a Catholic school. And he is the one who turned us on to what is known as the University of Windsor. And we went into the library of the University of Windsor. And then he started showing us some stuff. And I said, wait a minute, man. Where you learning all of this at? And that's when he told me that he learned it in the St. Hendrick School of the Catholic Church. And now this brother lived down the street from me. I never knew he went to a Catholic school. He kind of favors Franco Harris. That ought to tell you something right there. He was a Negro, but he wasn't really a Negro. He was half.
Okay. So,
So that's
oh,
how we learned that Canada was originally the original Europe.
that's amazing.
And when you're looking up the French, you can look on the map right now and go right into Canada. And why are you looking at English names over there? Or how do I say? I'm gonna rephrase that. British names. And then you look over there going towards like Washington State over all over in that area. You start to see in Canada, you start to see French names over there. And you start to see Scottish names. Think
Okay.
about this.
No, we get it. We get it. I want to move to Copper a topic that I was talking to Super about earlier. And he gave his striking difference because he's from the southern states. And you might know about this copper because you grew up in Detroit, right?
I grew up in three places. One was New York, being born and raised in White Plains, New York. And then we moved from there when I was like 11.
Okay.
And then I started being shipped down south every summer to the relatives down
Okay.
there in North Carolina and Alabama,
Okay, but most of your life you lived.
in Detroit. Absolutely.
Okay, so now I'm gonna run this again, and I'm glad we have a lot of people in the chat and watching so that they can understand where a woman in Gen X, okay, and even in the boomer era, predominantly boomer era and Gen X era, what we suffered working with white people versus what the South went through. Um, Being a young woman in the very late 80s and even coming up in elementary school, they taught us how to act like white people. That's what we learned in our school system in order to be able to get jobs. So they taught us how to act like white people. And I was very shocked when Superman told me that their experience down south was different. Here in the north, in order for someone like myself to get a job in a business office or in any corporate position, I had to be able to speak and talk like white people. I had to answer the phone a certain way. They call it professionalism. But when we went down south in the summers to visit our families, the South, our Southern family members would make fun of us because they would tell us, "Oh, you coming here sounding like some old white woman or white." They did. If we didn't act like white people in the business office, talking and even laughing at their jokes, even though their jokes were not funny to us, we had to laugh to fit in. And I'm saying this now so that white people in Generation X and in Boomer generation that are watching my channel know what y'all put us through in the office. And they don't even realize it. So when I speak to people like Philosophy Brooklyn and people in the millennial generation, they don't go through this shit. They don't go through this shit. But we had to act like white people in order to maintain our jobs. And we still have white people in corporate management that are my age that still hold on to those philosophies. And this is what I'm telling white people. This is what y'all made black people do. I've worked in so many corporate jobs as like an administrative assistant, and I had to sit in those meetings hearing them make fun of my people. That shit was not fucking cool. It's fucked up. I had a director, not gonna name the company, call down from another state and say and tell us that the Jamaican girl couldn't answer the phone. He don't like it for his business. It would turn customers away. That the secretary that answers the phone is the heart of the office. She's the first impression of the company. And they did not want Jamaican women as no receptionist secretaries. Now, me being little,
That's correct. That no, Sister Bethy,
me
that
being
is
little,
correct.
yeah, and I'm telling the millennials what we went through, and they don't understand why we act the way we act. Because in our school systems, they taught us how to speak, pronounce words, and act like white people. So when I go to work, I have to talk like white people in order for them to communicate with me. They don't like my black ass, but they have to respect my professionalism. We were forced up in these jobs until the millennials came on board and fixed and changed. That's why I said I love millennials, because they're in corporate management, and they've come in from all races, whether they're Muslim, India, Asian. The millennials of those eras have changed the corporate office, because now they come in corporate office with their heads covered. They changed a lot of that for us. So it took someone like myself a long time to adjust that I could be comfortable as long as I just maintain professionalism. I no longer have to fake communicating like a white person. Anybody on the panel or in the chat understand me where I'm coming from?
You know I do, because I was
For
up in that
sure.
bad boy for over 40 years.
I mean, you used to couldn't get a job with tattoos. Now they got you got face tats and you got office jobs.
They did it to the white men, of the black men here. I'm just using modern day language. Had to be able to speak and communicate like white people, as your ass wasn't getting that job. You had to act like white people.
I'm gonna say it like my mother would have said it or my father would say it. You had to articulate like them. Because if you couldn't articulate, you was not getting that job. And that's why they used the word when we were growing up, Sister Bethy, because I know you old enough but young enough to remember. They use that word, oh, you got to speak proper English. And that's what we were learning, proper English. Speaking correctly. And that's what
Yeah,
Sister Bethany means when she says speaking like white people.
they do that in business. Like even as an artist, when I was having these business meetings, they do the same thing. In order to get these loans and deals and grants and stuff, you gotta cater to them kind of. So I know exactly what she's talking about. Like even if you're trying to get a deal in the industry or something like that, or with a record label, you gotta kind of have those. You gonna have those meetings, and then you kind of gotta talk. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Yeah, you got to
hardy
know how to
hard.
articulate yourself. And others would tease you. They would tease you, Sister Bethany, right? And now, you really don't have to go down south for that teasing to hit, to be done hit, because you got them still right now today talking about, well, he ain't talking hood enough. Well, sometimes that doesn't work. Depends on who you're dealing with.
Oh, say that again.
You got many of the brothers and sisters out here today, or tell a lot of the college educated ones, you're not talking hood enough to communicate to them.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all might not like it, and I don't care who don't like it.
It's like
Black
this.
men.
You will hear people say the word this. And the word this is the pronunciation to say the word this. Or them is the pronunciation of the word to say them. That's just an example.
What was you about to say, Sister Betty?
I'm going to give you an example. That's all. That's all I can do.
Or you hear people say that, meaning that. It's just a difference in the pronunciation.
All right. I found a prime example. Prime example. Jesus Christ. They put you through so much just to go through goddamn. They put you through so much just to go through some stupid video. And I refuse. I'm gonna find it right now, y'all. Y'all got it. I'm gonna find the black guy that talks white.
You remember you used to hear some of the people, at least I did, and it was funny to me. Like, I know it's disrespectful,
All
but
right,
I
here
had a
we go.
great.
I got one. If all my life you had to talk like white people, you had to talk like them, act like them, and dress like them. And Malcolm X always was the one to stand up to say, you want our brothers to act like white people, and they're not going to do it. That was the only way they was getting them jobs. Here's an example. I don't care if you call it professional. It's called, here it is. This is Lester Holt. He is a black guy. When he speaks, you will not know if he was, if they didn't have no camera on this dude, you would not know this is a black man speaking.
Exactly. He's a
Here
perfect
we go.
example.
Here you go.
Former congressman forcefully pushing back tonight. The record holiday travel rush as massive crowds head home for the holidays. Train service not yet back on track in the nation's most congested corridor, and the cold snap complicating last-minute travel. The suspect charged with murdering United Healthcare CEO pleading not guilty. Our first look at him in court as his legal team cries foul. President Biden commuting nearly now to the holiday travel rush, and a record number
Now,
of people packing
did you know
roads
that
and
that was
airports
a
as
black
train
guy?
delays
No.
frustrate passengers. Sam Brock is at one of the busiest travel hubs
No,
in the
you
country.
don't know if you don't sing.
He talks just like the white guy speaking. I'm telling you, you had to act and talk like white people if you was black. That's what they put my generation through and the generation before me. So a lot of millennials can't understand us because they're the generation that came in and changed that shit.
Now, some people may not understand or see it, but I'm going to point it out to you. Maybe then you'll kind of understand what the heck is really going on between our people and all these other different people, regardless if you want to call them Arabs, um, Asians, Spanish. You got to understand that all of those people I just named, those are the cousins to those Caucasians. They will never, never even point their fingers that they were, or some were born of our mothers or fathered by our fathers. They will always lean to the other side. And how you know? We can say what we want to say, but the proof is right there in what is called the Free White Persons Act of 1870. They're all listed. And that's why they do what they do.
Well, I understand, Chillwell, that you feel Ebonics is ignorance to a certain. It would be ignorant to speak using Ebonics in a corporate meeting. Definitely, I get
Ebonics not
that.
ignorant.
I get that, and that's not even white people named that Ebonics. We didn't. It's called um Indian language because the way their way of spelling our words. They um like it was already said, we always spoke what we speak, even when they came on this land. So what they did was put a spelling the way our words sound, right? And made it
Ebonics is
Exactly.
our version of English.
to their liking. And made it to their liking.
See, this is another thing we have to point out too, Sister Bethy. They could never speak like we spoke because they don't have the tone to do so.
Well, they spoke a different language when they came here. That's the that's the humiliating name that they gave to our people. Ebonics, that the way we speak, they call it Ebonics.
Yeah, they did.
Mainstream white society.
Mainstream media put that out.
When we speak, we're speaking in our original tongue. They when they came here, they spoke other languages. They spoke German. They spoke French. Okay, so they made our language the main language, but they fixed it to their liking
Absolutely.
by giving it a spelling. Like if like we would have like one word responses. Like I don't know. That's three different words now. I don't know. And they call it language in school. We took up language. We can't well, like we would say, I don't know. That's all one word. I don't know. But they fixed it and say, no, say this. I don't know. Or
Exactly.
I do not know. We are our way of saying is I don't know. I don't know. That's a really another language if you really, really think about it. And like if I say anything that I mean you have to really be
Wait a minute. Hold
speaking
on,
our
Sister
language
Bethy.
in order to go with it.
Wait a minute, Sister Bethy.
Huh?
Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. There's somebody in the chat, and I'm gonna have to address you, my man, so I
Oh
understand
no,
that.
he could be brave and hit the link. Be a young man with integrity for yourself and hit the panel. Don't be afraid to come up here and vibe.
Come on,
Hey, Sister Bethy, for
Jill
example, you know
Will.
what? For
Jill
example,
Will
you
hit the link.
uh,
Jill
hey,
Will hit the link.
uh, for example, you don't know now.
Right, right.
You don't know now.
And they spelled it out in school. They didn't do nothing but spell our words out. They're the ones who came with the different language. We were already speaking what we spoke here. But when they came, it was a common agreement on how we're going to say things and communicate. And like Wolf just said, what did you just
Like
say? What?
like you don't like when they said like you don't, but we say you don't like you don't want to do that or like he don't. You'll say like he don't or she don't or
Right.
just
Right.
like we'll mix them. Yeah, like you don't
Or
know. Yeah,
or I don't even know who he is. I don't even know who he is.
I don't even know. I
I don't even know who he is.
don't even
That's
know.
another language. It's not Ebonics. I don't
For
even know
sure.
who he.
Yeah.
I don't even know who he is.
Bad Saint, correct. There it is. She said it right there. Read what she wrote.
And Sister Betha, you gotta change it for the white folks. You gotta break it down for them because you know they
Because
don't get it.
somebody on the panel, please read what Bad Saint just wrote.
That's why I know we ain't lose no African language. You can't teach or beat Ebonics out of us. You can't.
There it is.
There it is, Bad Saint. Because you can't. They took our language and spelled it out and then taught us. They had to learn our language. We didn't have to learn theirs because we're still speaking it at home. Our grannies. Uh, oh, I'm finna go to the store. I'm,
Right. And I was just
I'm
getting ready to say,
finna go.
I was just getting ready to say something that almost got me shot down south, messing with a great, great aunt of mine before she passed away. You She said on my birthday when I turned 30 years old, we was all in a discussion, and she said when she gadgiated, I hit the floor. She said gadgiated. Now, remember, I'm from the Midwest or the East. We say graduated. She said gadgiated, and I hit the floor. Do y'all know I teased that woman about that? Didn't realize you don't mess with them elders. I learned a valuable lesson. That woman pulled that snub nose 38 out, and the whole room cleared out except she and I. I was on my knees begging that woman for my life about messing with her like that. I just let her know I ain't never heard those words before. And it just sounded funny to me. But she let me know, don't play with her. If you we burying my niece tomorrow. You want to lay down there next to her next week? But she said it in that same sort of language. I understood it then.
That's right.
I'm just telling y'all that I was begging for
It's
my
just
life
a
on
fact.
April 28th, 1990.
It's a fact. Our our language. They put it on paper and spelt it, and we came to a common agreement.
And let me say this, Sister Betha, it's one thing I thought about even back when I was in college. Language is art. Language is a form of art. It's not definitive. That's deep for us to. You gotta perceive that language is a form of art. It's forever changing. It's not definitive. That's why you go to language arts because it's a form of art. It's like singing. It's like painting. It's a language is you know what I'm saying created and molded. So I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, that's a
That's
fact.
why.
It
Yeah.
makes sense. It's a fact.
That's why
No,
you
he
can
just
speak.
told the truth. He right.
Yeah. That's why you can speak multiple languages no matter who you are. I can speak Chinese. That don't mean I'm Chinese. It's just a form of art. So it's an expression. So when they try to tell us we ain't create these languages, like we still creating that form of expression today. You just know what I'm saying? So we probably
You're
the only
right.
ones doing that. Yeah.
Hey, Sister Beth. Hey, how y'all
You
doing?
absolutely right. So is
Yeah, I
writing.
gotta go. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Have a good
That's
one.
right. Salute.
Y'all
Same as
got
right.
some badass mics, man. I ain't hear nothing you said.
He said he
Hey,
about to
Sister
leave.
Bethy, how you doing?
There's
Can y'all
something
hear
wrong
me?
with Sister Betty thing, man. Cause she don't hear nobody.
Is that brother Wolf over there talking?
No,
That
this is
was that,
this is golden culture.
that
Oh,
was
okay. I see you, barbershop. I see you. Sorry about that, brother.
Can you hear me?
salute.
You can hear me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to tap in. I love you guys conversation and stuff like that. So and she was
See,
on
he
it.
just did it. Did y'all hear it? He
Yeah, that's
just did it.
natural. Yeah, that's natural. Yeah, that's natural. Yeah, that's what's happening. Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, brother.
Y'all
I'm
got the
glad y'all.
worst sounding mics I ever
Oh, it's
heard.
my.
Yeah, something is buzzing though. Something is
I
buzzing. I
had
ain't
to
gonna lie.
take my
All three of
headphone
y'all
off.
mics are whacked out. I
It's
think I'm
terrible.
a
These five and below. These five and below earphones is terrible. Yeah, but I had a question. Can y'all hear me?
nope. You sound horrible. Why do y'all mics sound like that?
I don't know.
This is
I hear him loud
crazy.
and clear. I hear him loud
Yeah,
and clear.
yeah.
All right. I'm all right.
Can
Y'all
y'all hear
got
me
it.
now? Okay. So what? Am I allowed to proceed?
I hear him loud and clear. I mean, he coming through
Uh,
clear over here with me.
okay. Now, what I wanted to talk about, we at the barber shop, and I wanted them to hear this, and I'm recording this. There's a difference between connotative and denotative. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, there's a difference between connotative and denotative for those who understand the terms. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that don't know the difference between the two. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm speaking proper. But you know what I'm saying? But if I was talking to you, there's a lot of people don't know that there's jurisdiction. And jurisdiction means juris, which means law, language, which means diction. So you got law, language. So I would call it more of knowing law language when interpreting it in a way dealing with other people in different tongues. So we come together to understand it in law language. But when we go back home, we rapping like this. You feel what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So I'm from where Dane Calloway from. So when I'm talking, you know what I'm saying? I understand when Dane and Sister Betty, when we rapping and chopping it up, like we chopping it up, a lot of people ain't gonna understand this diction, the language. You dig what I'm saying? But now when we go back to law, we gotta interpret those words dealing with law. And I yield the floor. What do y'all think about that?
No, you're 100% correct.
Right. I'm not. I think that the terminology says it what it is. I just think that most people don't understand that this is the world that we live in, and when you go in front of a judge in that council, you have to speak to them in that language. But on the streets or wherever we in the barber shop, we chopping it up and we doing what we doing. You can say this, that, and the other, but no, when you're in the court, no, your my honor, your honor. Look, this is it. This is not it. So people can pronounce things correct ways and this, that, and the other, so we could move forth. I wouldn't call it I I wouldn't acting as them. I would call it acting as appropriate in that venue. I yield the floor. And great rising to you all too.
Same to you.
Can y'all hear me?
Okay, sister, you got the flow. Go ahead.
Yeah, we
All
hear
right,
you
Mo.
perfect.
Take care. Have a good one.
I removed myself and put myself back to see if it was me.
It sound better. Hey, y'all speak so she can see if it sound better.
Well, chill, Will. Why don't you hit the piano? You afraid to hit the link? I mean,
Chill, Will. We're not saying you're wrong. We're asking you to come on the panel.
thank you, because maybe it's just me, but to me, men and women that hide behind avatars, it's just like wow.
Now, see, you've been invited to the panel at least 3 times since you've been posting in the chat. Come out of the chat and come on the panel. That's all we're asking you, brother.
Like, what could we do to you behind an avatar on the internet?
Nothing.
Exactly. He's probably in a whole nother state or country.
Man, y'all know they be self-conscious about themselves. That's what it is.
But they'll jump on the panel to be part of a YouTube fight with threats. That's what's funny to me. But when it comes to having like educational dialogue, people just run.
Brother, I'm going to ask you again, Chill Will. Come up on the panel because I'm going to tell you something. There's some snipers in the chat. And believe me, they're going to put you out of there. And you won't be able to get on the panel.
Hawkeye, why you jump down? I was still talking to your black butt.
Who you talking to me, Sister Beth?
Oh,
Hawkeye back in the chat.
Okay, I just say what? I'm at the barber shop. I'm at the barber shop there. I'll be at the barber shop. The barber shop hear this. And they need to hear this. We on the side of DC, so you know over here where Dane from. So we over here chopping it up, listening to y'all, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. You understand my diction, don't you? You understand my language? Yeah. Good to see you. Huh? Y'all can hear me clear?
Clear as a glass.
Yeah, y'all travel. Go ahead and travel. I'm listening to y'all. I'm gonna cut the mic off, but I'm tuned in. We tuned in.
So, where that other brother go? Brother Brooklyn. He has a whole. I think he might be Jamaican.
A golden jaguar? No, I haven't. Not yet.
But truth be, Juan ass be sending love, right? But his ass won't jump on the panel, but be on other panels. That's fake love, Juan.
Oh, but anyway, Sister Bethy, myself and those young cats, when we were coming up, yeah, we was constantly over there in Canada, and that's why when it was spoken, I said, "Wait a minute."
Go across, you had to show your IDs, right?
No, we just rolled across. We rode on the sidewalk across that Ambassador Bridge. Now, what you just said is correct, but you had to show that ID up on going under that tunnel in downtown Detroit, up under the tunnel right there. You have to show your ID going under that tunnel, under that water, under that Detroit River to get to the other side. But going across that bridge, no.
Oh, he come
going or coming. But under that bridge, you did.
Why? Oh, he did. Wow, what's wrong with your mic? We can't even hear him. You got to connect your audio one.
He probably got it on that red thing to say mic down at the bottom, and he got him muted.
We was getting it in with Hawkeye.
We were
with the we still didn't resolve that Ellis Island thing.
Cherokee born. No, you don't. Not if you riding a bicycle, you don't. Because I just did it this past summer.
You rode your bike across that bridge?
Yeah, I rode my bicycle across that bridge.
That's the scary bridge, right?
There ain't nothing scary about that bridge. You just got to go across that bridge with people who know how to ride, going down that bridge to get over into Canada, because you will get into a bike accident for real.
Wait, you rode your all right. When you say bike, do you mean your bicycle or
My
motorcycle?
bicycle, yes.
Oh hell no. That looks scary.
It isn't. All you're doing is coasting down. You better not pedal and ride them brakes every now and then. Because you will get up to about 55 miles an hour on that bicycle.
Mm, interesting.
That's the same thing getting on Belle Isle down on Jefferson. If you're going across that bridge on anything that's a motor vehicle, yeah, you gonna pay to get across there. Just like if you on your bicycle, you gotta pay to get on that island now. Unfortunately,
Interesting. I'm still not. I'm still not convinced that these people built them structures in New York. I'm
they
sorry.
didn't. No, they didn't. No,
They,
that stuff was already there.
I don't know why Hawkeye is having a hard time with that.
You can look at the building, the you can look at the material and know who built what. You know how long it's been there, and then you know how long it ain't been there. How many people know that there's an obelisk in Central Park? Not many.
Ah,
How many people know that those two big apartment buildings uh that's sitting over there by the old Met Stadium? Go over there and take a look at them buildings that were the buildings wasn't dilapidated, but the windows and stuff was busted out. But there's a plaque there, and I want to tell y'all, and I know you don't, I know a lot of people don't won't like it, but the original the people that built that building were of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Is called the Drew Ali Apartments. I don't know if they removed that plaque since those other people got it. But I kept wondering when I kept hearing the Moors talking back in the 90s, and I posted a question to them. I said, well, look, if you are bragging on Drew Ali so much, why haven't you all put your monies together and put that building and back up and running? They had no answer. So that's when I knew they were all full of doo doo.
mm.
See,
Well,
that's how I get them. I mentioned those two buildings. One building has 557 units. The other one is 554 units. And I said, you mean to tell me, with all you Moors that's claiming to be right there in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania,
what
y'all
more?
mean to tell?
What Moors?
I'm just talking about the ones that claim to be Moors. This was
Oh,
back in
the
this
only
was
Moors
back
I
in the
know,
90s.
the Sephardic Jews and the ones from Africa. How you
And I
gonna build shit over here that's luxury looking and Africa look like a rat hole?
yeah, but
That don't make no sense.
I was speaking about these guys
And what
that
tools did they bring to the United States to build them? I'm
no,
done.
no, not them, not them. I'm talking about these that was around, these people that was around in the 1930s or 40s. These two buildings are still sitting there. And there's a plaque, a large plaque, a couple of them or three. I think it's three of them. And it says the Drew Ali Apartments. So when I looked at that plaque and I looked at this building with the doors all off of it, windows busted out, and I'm looking at all these units and I'm thinking about all the wiring in there and all the plumbing in there. And you mean to tell me that you guys that's running around here calling yourselves Moors,
Oh
you
God.
all have not went down there to the
Yeah,
courthouse.
get into more stuff.
No, sister. I'm not getting into the Moors. I'm just putting something out there for food for thought.
I ain't got time to be talking about them fools. We
And
already know
they
they debunked themselves, so
they didn't get that. They didn't get them 2 buildings that are worth that was worth back here in 2000, 2011. That them 2 buildings right there was almost a $250 million.
And how come none of their signatures are engraved in any of these structures?
Because they didn't build them. That that building, those 2 buildings was built by the masons, them black masons that were bricklayers. And you can look at the bricks. You know where they came from. I know where each and every one of them bricks came from. I know the brickyard and everything. And it came from down south out of Birmingham, them bricks. And that's why I said them people were using cement. They wasn't using concrete. Big difference.
I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out how could those people have built those structures and there's no pictures of boats coming over with equipment.
You may as well throw the bomb up now, Sister Bethy.
I'm just saying. I that's why I was confused with Hawkeye. That's why I want his little butt to come up here and get me to understand his blue butt. See, Hawkeye, you know Hawkeye not believing nobody but himself.
Hey, look, brother Hawkeye, I'm gonna tell you right now. What you call New York originally was known after it was taken over by the Germans was called New Amsterdam. And if you know any of them streets in New York, you know that you see them names, them German names, you see them German names on them streets in New York.
I know original intellect, just like with our capital, they claim that that they built the Connecticut state capitol, but the capital was here when they came. So how did they build it? I'm just very confused.
You're not confused, Sister Bethy. You're not confused at all.
How
anybody who knows anything about looking at structure knows that those structures had been here long before these people ever showed up.
Yeah, and I'm like, how could they have built it? They weren't in any good shape to build them because when they came here, they were very malnourished. They were sick, and
wait a minute, Sister Bethy, go and tell the truth. Not only were they malnourished, why don't you tell them the truth about how they were feeding themselves? They were digging up graves and eating the flesh of our ancestors. Why don't you tell them the truth?
Right, and another thing is mind-boggling. They came over here and seen the structures, and they wrote letters back to their original lands, giving them the description of the beautiful things they saw over here. So
they sure did, and they went across in Canada and did it
over here. How can you say you built them in the same breath?
Because they went right back over there to Canada on horseback and told it.
Oh my goodness!
You see them same.
This is why my head is spinning, and now you're saying Canada was originally Europe. And
yeah,
I'm gonna take what you said because I can't debunk it. I'm gonna go back and read and find out myself. I got to research myself before I can say, okay, you're right. Canada is Europe.
But you know something, Sister Bethy, it's kind of different for the panel. It's kind of I was born in Boston. But Boston is known as New England, Massachusetts. So so I agree with them.
Yeah, because you got old England. You got old England over there in Canada.
Right. And I live in what is called New England.
That's right.
Yeah. So It's sort of like it was here before it was there.
Yeah, that's what I was asking Copper. I said, so is the London over there where the Queen is that new? And he
Yes.
said
To
yes.
them, yes.
Wow.
And it's proof in documents at Congress, Library of Congress. It proves it. It's documented. I yield
Interesting.
the floor.
Now I have to go back.
This is what you need. This is what you really need to do. Like when you got a vacation, and I know it sounds a little crazy to y'all, but if you got a vacation coming up and you got like been on your job long enough, you got like 3 weeks, right? What you do is jump in your vehicle and you make certain reservations to a certain city in Canada, not no major city. Go to the ones that got the names that you recognize in your old history books growing up as children. And I would tell you the main one to go to is to go to London, Canada. When you go to London, Canada, you'll know then where you at. Then all of a sudden it starts making sense.
Wow. I'm mind boggled because now I got to go back and read about Canada because earlier last year or either earlier this year or last year when I did a lecture on what on Canada and with the aircrafts being up there on that part of the landmass, I now have to go back because I did ask, were the I did ask because things didn't add up. And I'm like, why would the Union soldiers go to Canada and burn down things up there in Canada? Why would they do that? I never could understand it. And that was the only reason why the British burned down parts of the White House, the West Wing or whatever, and a lot of files and stuff.
Hey,
And
Sister Bethy, I would say this. Is the Empire State Building in New York
Yes.
correct?
yes,
Yes, it is, right?
it's right at the Ellis Island port.
So if there is an empire prior to this colonization that has always been set up, is that correct?
Yes.
The
Well,
empire,
then the story we heard was I thought the French gave them that
No, that
statue.
was
well,
that's the Statue of Liberty.
correct. So if there was an empire prior to colonization, who built that empire? Because it's not the kingdom empire, it's the empire state building. And once you start traveling down there, you say, oh, before colonization, there was an empire in North America, which was in New York, but there's a New York also in Europe.
Yeah, it's called Old York.
Yeah, they
Yes,
named a lot of their towns.
I yield the floor.
They named a lot of their towns. Um, when because they named a lot of their towns what they were when they were back home, like Windsor,
Uh, uh, uh,
especially in
Juan Truth is partly correct. You have to go back to see when it was rewritten, and it was rewritten by that crazy man we call Rockefeller. That's when it all started up under the Reconstruction Act. That's when they started doing that crap. But when you go before that, and you get into these like I was saying, you get over there to the University of Windsor, the Rockefellers had nothing to do with that, so they couldn't change that, and you will learn a whole lot being over there in that university's library. I know, I've been over there. Now I'm gonna tell y'all something that you didn't know. Let me ask the question. When was the first time y'all ever heard of that brother, John Hanson? Think about it before you. That's including y'all in the chat.
Yes, I've
When,
heard of John Hanson.
anybody in the chat? Because most people heard of John Hanson through who? Who told y'all about John Hanson?
I learned about
European
John
information.
Hanson. He's supposed to be a black dude,
Yep.
and they
But
put that
nobody
same picture up of him.
nobody ever seen the portrait of him, right?
I did.
What do
Look,
you remember seeing the portrait of him?
this is the same picture. Hold up, let me go get it. The same picture they used for Anthony Johnson. Let me get it. They're saying he was the first black president.
He was a ninth. Sorry.
They used the same dude. For several pictures. These are the slave owners in the South that had the most slaves
Okay.
in the
Now they
United
got
States.
him listed as Johnson, but John Hanson looks nothing like either one of them cats.
I remember John Hanson. What year was he in?
If the Moors taught you of John Hanson, then you didn't learn about John Hanson.
Here we go.
Christopher.
Here we go.
Because the Moors knew nothing about John Hanson until what year?
This is who they're saying he is. Hang on.
Somebody's close because they said 2002.
There you go. Right there. The black dude sitting in the chair. Can y'all see it? I blew it up.
He's right there in the first one. The very first one. Now, do y'all know how that is sitting there right now?
Sitting where?
Where you see that portrait of him sitting in that chair.
Yeah.
Okay. Do y'all know why you see him sitting there in that chair?
No, I don't.
You're talking to him right here. I and them other brothers that I mentioned, we took the copy machine and copied that, and we sent it to Dick Gregory first. That's why y'all know about him. We brought that. And it ain't nobody in America can dispute what I'm saying.
So explain to the audience who he is. It's like 871 people watching.
No, what I'm telling you all is,
who is John Hanson?
John Hanson, originally, he started out with the Continental Congress. And he was what is known as the secretary, what we call today the Secretary of State. And then, as he was being Secretary of State, he took on another role. And he is the one who originally wrote up what you call today your Stamp Act.
So the C Green in the chat is saying he was the president for like 4 terms.
No. Bruh, there were 9 other presidents prior to him becoming president.
Mr. Green, could you care to click the link, sir? This is why I can't, this is why I have to do my own research, because it's always something different. I need something that's going to stick.
Come on up, C Green.
I remember seeing that photo for a very
long time. Listen, I'm the original one that brought that up.
Wild Savage, are you real or are you going to uh okay. All right. I remember that photo of that man even when I was a little girl, but I never knew who he was.
Yep.
So you're
That
saying he was a black European.
that's right. And he was born and raised. He was born in what we call today Finland. His parents brought him over into what is known today as Maine. That's where he grew up at.
So we grew up in the colonial states.
Exactly.
Interesting. So when did he come to the United States? He was born here?
No, he was born in Finland.
Oh, okay.
And his
And
parents brought him over because when you look at where Finland is from where Maine is today, you know all they had to do was travel that ferry coming across because it's not that far. So they came into what is known as Maine. These are what we call today the classical people. You know, the classical arts, or I guess that's how you want them, or the Victorian era. That's them. That's what he was born of.
okay. So here they're saying he was an African American politician in Liberia.
He couldn't have been no African American because it didn't exist.
All right. They're saying he's from Liberia.
He's not from Liberia. He
He
was
served
born in Finland.
colonial counselor as a senator from Grand Bassa County.
Now
Following
let me show y'all something. What year? What year is Liberia? What year did the missionaries of the Christian religion create Liberia? And
was it
this
around
gonna stop all that
1830?
nonsense.
Wasn't around 1830?
Yes,
Okay.
John Hanson was around long before then.
He was born in 18
No, that white one was born 18 something. That dark one was born in the early 1700s.
oh boy. This is something else.
I can take you over there to look. I could take all y'all over there to the University of Windsor and show you this. Y'all that's in the chat or in that yeah, those that's in the chat or claim to be in that panel want to talk. Come on, let's go over here to Canada.
This is
Don't talk.
wild.
Let's go. We can go. It don't cost you nothing.
This
We
is
can go right over there and stop all this nonsense. I know what I'm talking about because the very first person to get that photograph and the information about him was Dick Gregory. That's how y'all got it.
wow. Wild
Do you need a
Savage.
passport to go
Hey,
to
sir.
Canada?
Hey.
Hey, Sister Betty, how you doing today?
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on, panel? We got up here Super, Master Self.
Super sleep. Master self probably sleep.
Yeah, I seen y'all up early this morning politicking.
Yeah, we only came over here because we didn't want to wake up smoke to do a share screen.
Gotcha. I wanted to show you this because about Lewis Hayden. But
Who?
y'all be Lewis Hayden, the dude that y'all be calling Anthony Johnson.
Uh-huh.
Yup.
Yeah, I just want to show you because that's like slick my bloodline. But I'm gonna show you who he is. If I can.
The Indian.
Yeah, but that's the
From what I
dude.
researched his history, he was an Indian and had all them damn Indians working for him.
Yeah, his name Lewis Hayden though.
How he get a different name?
I don't that picture that y'all got that said he was Anthony Johnson. That's a made up picture. I mean, that's
Made up
not
name.
Anthony Johnson.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to contact Chief Holiday for this one.
Yeah, that's why I try to share. And this is in the book, so I'm showing you that it's also coming out of a book. You know what I'm saying? And you can see he was a grandmaster. He's got a place in Boston. Um, he's actually from Kentucky, Abraham Lincoln in Kentucky.
He's from Kentucky.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken. Or
Interesting.
he went down to Kentucky with Lincoln to help Lincoln.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but that's
But
it.
hey, bro, tell him where Lincoln was campaigning at though.
Where he was campaigning in
Yeah, when he was running for president. When he was before, I mean, yeah, he was running for president, but he was a senator before then.
are you
When
talking
he,
about Indiana?
yes,
Absolutely, yeah. They got a whole story when I went to the museum up there. They was telling me a whole little story about Lincoln. I got to record it. I got to go back and look at it though. But yep.
and then you could see where Lincoln's family are dark skinned people. See, they don't want you to know this, but Lincoln ain't nothing but a Negro. To be honest with you all,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
His grandmother was said to have been,
Indian.
uh, yeah,
Swarty.
from Virginia.
And you know how they got the story twisted, y'all, saying that he didn't want to free the slaves, right? Well, he didn't, but he wasn't. It wasn't the dark skinned people. It was them Caucasians he didn't want to free. He knew something that the rest of them didn't. He knew something that the rest of them didn't know.
I thought that's interesting because um, they would get angry with him because because Lincoln would like to hang in the wood with little short women, big butt black women,
Because that's who he was.
and then they would talk about him about his hair being kinky.
That ain't all they talked about, sister brother. They talked about him because he was so tall too.
Right, he was tall, and they would say he was not good looking, but he rather hang. I'm gonna use modern day language. He liked to hang in the hood with little short, big butt black women.
Exactly. What was the other word they used for
And
him?
Frederick Douglass could just walk right in the White House and chill with him.
And chill with him. But in our language, you see somebody like that walking through the neighborhood and he ain't playing basketball or nothing. And then they want to say they want to call him, you know what we called him? Hell, Gumpy. And then if you talk to white folk, they want to call him Linky. No, he was Gumpy.
And when they made the fiat, he's on a brown penny, copper penny, brown,
That's right.
and his
That
face is turned the other way.
the opposite direction. That's right.
I'm done.
I'm telling you, they were dogging him because remember he was never a sportsman. Never. And you had plenty of them that were sportsmen back then. They played golf and everything. He didn't do that. He was too busy, like you just said. He was hanging in the hood.
Yeah, they said that they didn't like who he kept as company.
What do
But
you call them people? What do you call that music that's in the Upper East up there where it's past where you at? No, it ain't. No, it ain't. I take that back. All of y'all that live up there in the East, you know what I'm talking about. Because all of us we all as children would go once in our lifetime to the opera house. Y'all remember that?
nope, not here.
I did.
I didn't make it.
And one of them presidents, they showed a movie. I forget which president it was, but
Hold on,
he,
wait a minute, sister. Iroquois Firebird, let me explain something to you.
uh oh,
If you take that penny away Since you think it don't have value, if you take that penny away, nothing exists. That penny has more value than you know. They just teach you that it don't. You take that penny away, how you got a 5 cent piece, or a 10 cent, or 25 cent, or 50 cent, or $1 piece?
So this is a person who doesn't like brown people. I get it. Okay. It's all right. It's okay. I like white people.
Yeah, old school had to break it down to me like that before. And can't argue. You can't get nothing without a penny.
You
It
better
first
believe
started
it.
with a penny.
Otherwise, they would have made 2 cents.
What is a peso? What is a peso, people? Ain't that a penny?
Correct.
What is the Queen's currency over there in Canada or Europe, as they want to call it today? Don't they have that penny with her face on there too?
Talking about the British pound.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. I don't know the name of it, but I
And
know.
when you're in the South, that penny wasn't called a penny, it was called a bit. 1 bit, 2 bit, 3 bit. See, we have to learn. No, bro. Before it became known as a dollar, that was later. But originally, the peso was just 1 cent. You find that all the way from North, all the way down into South America.
Interesting.
People don't get it. That copper, a lot of people don't really understand. Copper is more valuable than silver and gold because there's nothing you can't do. You ain't never known nobody that had no silver pipes, no gold pipes, but you got a bunch of people know about that copper tubing. Am I correct, people? Do not underestimate that. Don't underestimate that penny, people. Whatever you do, do not do that. That's a powerful piece that you got in your hand and you don't know it.
Chinese people got black people on their money. $5 won.
Hey, Wolf, what else is it? What else is it a conductor of?
Interesting. I thought that was very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, when I'm reading in the chat and I'm seeing certain things and folks saying certain things, it just lets me know that sometimes you might want to research these things before you write certain things.
I just thought that was interesting.
Well, what I'm learning is
Interesting. But you guys, I got to get out of here. We've been on for 2.5 hours. I got to get out of here and go in Hartford and pass out these flyers for the people that would have interest in starting another state. So we're doing Hartford and Waterbury. So I got to get up here and get out here and pass out these flyers.
Hey, Wolf, I'm not being disrespectful to you, brother. I just want you to know that copper is some very powerful a very powerful metal to have, and it's used for, I don't know, multiple millions of things.
I appreciate the wisdom, old school.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
you, Sister Betty.
I appreciate y'all too. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go pass
And
out.
please look into Lewis Hayden for me, Sister Betty, so you can know and you can, you know what I'm saying, be aware of just the real who that person is, because he's a real person. He has a real story, and you might
Why
like it.
come and bring me the information and we can share it? I'm doing too much.
Okay.
And I would love to share it on live whenever you're ready. But I gotta get out to Hartford. We're doing Hartford and Waterbury today with those flyers to pass out and knocking on people's doors.
Hey, C. Green, that is correct. That's what I wanted. I was going to say that next.
For the creation of a new state, anyone, you know. So we got to get out and get boots on the ground. But you guys,
good luck on your endeavors, and I'll talk to y'all later.
Okay,
over the clip.
You guys, I'm gone until Smoke come on live in the evening. I only watch 2 channels now, BAP and Smoke, because nobody else don't go live. Cuddy don't go live no more. BAP once in a while go live. So
Cherokee born, correct.
All right. Love y'all. I'm out.
Peace.
Test me, line me up, I know that I'm the next thing. Praying so don't catch me and arrest me. Hope that every night I make it in my best sleep. I hope I'm never sitting courtside. Shit happened so quick it felt like there was no time. Body was programmed just so it's me on go time. I think the clouds are on free. This ain't shit that all the homies can be. Running from the lies, slip and get up. Thinking about the bullshit, lit it right up. Mama told me one day you run out of luck. Now I'm looking up, quick tail catching up. They catching up.
YGF beats, baby.
Elevate my hustle, gotta get your stress. Cause you the kind of girl I wanna make to my wife. Ain't no point that anyone can make a know they ain't right. They can't tell me how I feel or walk a day in my life. For all the miles I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes always shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. For all the miles I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes really shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal, yeah. Little crazy light, baby, feeling on it lately. Heavy on my mental, so I'm in a booth for wavy. See me, I don't give a fuck, I'm open, I ain't shady. These niggas see it, so they hating. Sipping bottles again, dugging all of the feds. Putting loaves inside the cover, we ain't splitting no bread. Getting all these different fabrics off your neck and your head. Hope that karma ain't gon' get me for what's coming next. My baby says she wanna love song. My baby says she wanna love song. My baby says she wanna love song.
BAP, I'm about to log off. You took so long. You might as well go live, BAP. I see you on your live.
Elevate my hustle, gotta get your stress. Cause you the kind of girl I wanna make to my wife. Ain't no point that anyone can make a know they ain't right. They can't tell me how I feel or walk a day in my life. For all the miles I kill, told you many times you really mine for real. Cause something about your eyes always shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. minds I kill. Told you many times you really minds for real. Cause some let your eyes really shine for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal, yes. Something really shine for real. Something really shine for real. Something really shine for real. In your eyes it shine for real. For all the minds I kill. Told you many times we're really minds for real. Stick it out with me as you gon' sign the deal. Stick it out with me as you gon' ride.